What's up? This week's episode is brought to you by 812 Farms. 812 Farms is growing fast, and they want you all to be a part of it. If you're a fan of quality beer, then they have the place for you. 812 is opening a new brewery and tap room in Columbus, Indiana, and they plan to only use ingredients from right here in the Hoosier State. So that's pretty cool. They won't just be a great destination for beer. They're also working to open a wedding barn, an event center that's going to have some overnight lodging. And just to top off your plans, they're going to have a adult outdoor playground. I'm super pumped. I'm hoping this weekend when we are there are some remnants of that. But you can't, like I said, you can come out and meet all the guys and gals from 812. They do have the Hop Farm Party coming up this Saturday, and that's at 812 Farms. I am not sure on the time on that because I keep forgetting to look, but I think it starts around noon. But like I said, BJ and myself will be there. They're going to have some live music, barbecue, and of course some great beer. So come and be ready to party this weekend. Also, this episode is brought to you by Ranger Nutrition. Ranger Nutrition is a disabled veteran-owned company. They make all-natural sports nutrition products. Ranger Nutrition was founded by a retired Army Ranger that was tired of bad sports nutrition products. Most products tasted bad. They leave you nauseous, feeling jittery. So he and a couple of his chemist buddies from Berkeley University decided to create some supplements that not only tasted good, but were actually healthy for you and didn't give you all that jittery and nauseousness. But they've developed everything from protein powder that you don't need a shaker or an agitator to mix up, to weight loss supplements like the Catalyst XT, and it works for about 95% of the people who take it. Also, since all the products are all natural, this gives you the options to combine the products to get an even better result. The most popular combo and my favorite combo is the Swole combo. This combines the Catalyst XT, the Nitro NO2, and the pre-workout drink Max Out to help you get a very painful pump, but it's definitely enjoyable. You can actually get a really good pump just from the pre-workout drink. It's fantastic, it really is. But you can go to rangernutrition.com and find out more about all of these products. Once you decide to buy, go ahead and use promo code SMUGCAST at checkout, and you're going to get 15% off your order. And if you're not sure about these products, they do have a sample pack. And I want to say, right off the top of my head, it's about $20, but you get to sample everything. It's definitely worth checking that out. I don't believe the promo code works on that, though. That'd be stupid. But anyway, that's Ranger Nutrition, designed for fitness warriors. Also, My Easy Company. You can go to their website, myeasyco.com. You can build yourself a care package to send to the troops or your emergency services people. And they are starting to develop some more just packages where you don't have to go in and customize, because a lot of people may not know what a soldier needs, but they do. So they're setting these packages up to where you can just go click on that package, pay for it, and be done. And once you do that, be sure to use promo code SMUGCAST, and you're going to get 10% off your order. And they're also going to donate 10% to a charity of our choice. But you can remember to go to their website, myeasyco.com. Also, big shout out to Repo Records. They help us out with the audio each and every week. We even got something in the works with them. We're really looking forward to. But that's Repo Records, taking the music back. This week's episode is it's long. And it is could be considered controversial to some people. But it was a good talk. It was very interesting. It was very interesting to hear someone with this point of view's opinion, and thoughts on things. We've all heard TC come in and give his conspiracy theory stuff, and and that's fun. But this week, as you can tell by the title of this podcast, that it's titled Atheism, and we have an atheist came in to talk about it. Very interesting. I hope you guys enjoy it. Like I said, it is long. Just hang in there. Split it up into a couple days on your drives into work. I think you'll really enjoy it. So With that, this is Smugcast.
Come on, get down to it. I'm trying to run to the chopper and you... Yes! My GPS system was stuck in the goddamn jungle. Come on!
This is Smugcast. Listen up.
All right. Welcome to this week's episode of Smugcast. I am AP. With me, as always, the BJ.
If you fall, I will be there, said the floor.
What the fuck?
It's just, I saw this quote and I did that. And it was like, I thought it was going to be one of those stupid, cheesy ones.
That was a last minute deal, huh?
I thought it was one of those, like, oh, it's going to say something nice. It's like, no, it says, if you fall, I'll be there. The floor.
We have a guest returning that we thought was lost, but now has been found.
Yes, he's off the island.
He is off the island. Mr. Q. What's up, Q?
What's going on?
Has Q ever actually talked on an episode? He's just been here.
He's been in the background laughing.
Yeah. But so Q's coming back. We've straightened him out, and now he's back.
AKA Crooked Eye, AKA where the hell did he go? AKA why is he not text us back?
AKA made the episode of Pissed.
He's gone. He's back.
That was a week ago.
So we have a very interesting guest with us tonight who has some point of views that a lot of you motherfuckers ain't gonna agree with. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it out there now. But we have the Deadman.
How's it going? Yeah. Yeah. No, that about sums it up. I'm going to be the most hated guest you could ever get.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, probably.
I'm taking bets on that.
I don't know. We'll just see how the episode goes.
Yeah,
it could be very interesting. It could be very informative.
Yeah, I'm going to try to be.
And I think out of anything, I think everybody should respect the fact that this man feels the way he does and is passionate about it, and who is opinionated and who has done his research for the most part.
Yeah.
That's what we love. It's what we love about TC is, he comes in here and he does back shit up with research, and we love that. So,
absolutely.
Much love to TC, by the way. I'm going to disprove all your theories here, but much love to you.
Well, this is episode 1 of 3 that's about to happen. Just so you know,
over time.
It's not going to be back to back to back, but it's gonna happen. We just talked to TC beforehand, and even though he's sitting at home not doing jack shit, he couldn't fucking make it here tonight.
I drove 6 hours.
Oh, you fucking crybaby! Jesus,
he's gathering all his information for the coming fight.
He's sitting at home beating it off.
I don't know why he's
porn.
complaining. His car seat should be complaining more.
Fucking fathead.
Hey, by the way, speaking of opinions, I need to get your guys' opinion. McDonald's is at it again.
Oh, God. We had the fucking McVegan. Are you shitting me?
What
McDonald's just rolled out a radical new burgers with millennials' favorite ingredient.
Cannabis?
It can't be pussy.
It's cannabis. It's got to be cannabis. Every fucking millennial smokes weed.
It is, but I was reading this today. Is actually it's going to be it's going to have kale in it.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if that's a millennial thing. I think that's more like a guy that goes to the gym too often and tells you about it in way too vivid detail thing.
That's a possibility.
It's $5 kale burger.
$5 kale burger. Yeah. So what comes in the meal? Do you still get fries?
No, that's just a burger.
Yeah, they always have like a number 2 or number 3.
I don't think so. I think they're trying to limit their choices. They're like, I just want a burger.
Does it come with a bun?
I think so. Yeah.
That makes no fucking sense then.
Yeah, Ray Kroc.
Well, it's got to be gluten free.
It has to be.
Fucking has to.
It has to be.
Yeah, it's been tested for a year now. It seems many Americans are adopting the palate of the bearded, the check shirt, and extremely self confident. They must love sriracha sauce and don't realize that the funny green stuff inside the burger is kale. So yeah,
fuck that. I'm not eating that shit.
Once again, I just don't think that's a millennial thing.
I don't know. I mean, it's
like one of those superfood shits.
It is.
You know what I mean?
It is.
Well, we pay $10 for coffee. Some of us.
I don't fucking pay $10 for coffee.
I said some of us.
My fucking wife makes Folgers every fucking morning, and that's what I drink.
No, I'm a basic bitch. I like Starbucks.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Ugh.
What do you get at
Christ.
Starbucks?
Well, guess who's
Americano.
making? Guess who's making? Hey, that my wife just told me she got that not too long ago.
Yeah, it's I get
What
an
is
iced
that?
Americano with cream and sugar, and that's it. It's like $3.20.
I don't know.
So it's just black coffee. It's just ice.
It's like 2 shots of like really strong espresso poured over ice with water, cream, sugar.
That's not a basic bitch, man. That's just fucking cold coffee.
No, I mean you involve the word Starbucks, I'm automatically a basic bitch.
No, fuck that, man.
I like
as long
a
as
nice
you go in, if you're ordering fucking black coffee, more or less black. I mean, I put cream and sugar in my shit too,
I would hope so.
I drink it black.
because I can't drink it black. My
can.
my wife will drink. I'm not shitting you, man. You know, she works from home a lot of days. You know, during the week, and you know, there's a pot of, when I get up in the morning, there's a pot of coffee. You know, and I pour my little fucking portion out. She drinks the rest of it.
Do a line.
And then we'll probably no. I wish. And then she does a line, and then does a whole nother fucking pot of coffee. And
I
drinks
just
that
looked
shit all
down.
by
What
herself.
happened?
Huh?
You started talking about the line.
Yeah, he's doing coke.
Awesome.
Yep. It's a good night. It's Saturday night. It is Saturday night.
It is Saturday night. All right.
I get a nice. I get a cafe mocha if I do go there. It's
Cafe. That's a fucking McDonald's thing. Cafe mocha, isn't it?
What? No, it's a Vente Cafe Mocha. That's what it's called. Yeah,
Well-
it's like expensive hot chocolate.
I mean, if we're on Starbucks, I will say my favorite drink from Starbucks. It was always just a caramel macchiato because I didn't fucking know what to order.
Right.
And you like
I
the name?
heard this in a movie somewhere. Hold on.
Dude. And so, but I will say that my cousin got me on a dirty chai tea, and I fucking love that shit. But I don't get it. I mean, I just
Dude, you don't get. You just love it. You don't get
well,
it.
no, I don't. I think
Hate cocaine. Just love the smell.
Yeah, exactly. I fucking hate cocaine. Mushrooms too. Well, yeah.
I don't know why I'm
that's
fixated
not-
on
that's
cocaine
not- that's
tonight.
not
I
a
have
good name.
no idea. It's just
It's
a
fine.
funny joke.
It's fine. I mean, I'm you know, we
Oh.
we talked about it before, but I mean, dirty chai tea. If anybody wants to know and they want to get it, it is very tasty. But it is obviously a chai tea with a shot of espresso, and I usually get soy milk if I get it, just because it makes it a little bit more sweeter. But now I can't have sugar, so I can't get any of that shit.
You can't.
No, I haven't had sugar in 4 weeks.
I'm very impressed with that.
I am.
Shit, I haven't had sugar since the last time I took a drink of this.
But there's no sugar in that, by the way.
Well, way to prove me wrong.
That's diet tonic.
Diet tonic. They make a diet tonic.
Yeah, fuck yeah, they got no sugar in it.
That's
interesting. Speaking of fatheads, I remember I was listening to you guys' show, and you guys were talking about hat sizes, and
Yeah. Oh yeah. What do you got? You do have
Size
a
8.
big. Holy shit! That's a size hat my dad wears. What are you wearing, BJ?
7 3/4.
I got 5/8.
5/8.
My dad wears a fucking size 8.
yeah,
No shit. You do have a big ass head.
I do have a big ass head.
He didn't have to wear a helmet during football. He already had one.
I never played football, but
Never
You're
did.
big ass. Never played football. How tall are you?
I'm 6'2".
And you never played fucking football?
No, I was never. I wasn't this big till way after high school, which sucked. Like in high school, I was about as thin as that mic stand, and about as tall.
No shit.
No shit. Yeah. And then
Wow.
after high school, I reached like 19 years old, 20 years old, and I just shot the fuck up.
So I had a buddy who did that.
Yeah, it was weird because
Yeah.
like I saw like bullies from my high school who never changed, and they're still like 5'9", 5'10", and I'm 6'2", like 240 pounds. I'm like, hi.
Did you just take a shot just for hell of it?
Ah, no, I never did. I did.
Yeah,
Like,
should've.
as soon as you get out of high school, like
Yeah.
you just look back and go, that was the most pointless 4 years of my fucking life.
Now, not everybody feels that way. Have you seen Facebook?
Some people still
Okay.
living in that era.
I'm seeing 85%.
I'd give it that. Yeah, I give it that.
I joined in January and it was the worst decision besides like not dieting or whatever and exercising. It ranks right up there with bad life choices.
Yeah, no, we had a buddy that
It is a bad life choice.
he was. I mean, he was 3 or 4 years older than I was. But actually, he was probably more than that. But he was a cousin of a buddy of mine, and when he was in school, he was only about 5'9". Went to his first year of college, came back and was 6'6".
Yeah.
Hello.
Not even fucking kidding. Dude was 6'6". He come walking onto the basketball court that summer. We were like, man, who the fuck is with Benji? And he gets a little closer. And it's like, holy shit, it's fucking J-Mo. Like, what the fuck happened to him?
No, I lost touch with everybody from. I hated high school. I fucking hated high school, and I lost touch with a lot of people.
Did you go here in Indiana?
No, Texas.
Oh.
What
And-
part of Texas were you from?
El Paso, Texas.
Okay.
Far west as you can go before you hit Mexico and New Mexico. Yeah. So yeah, that's where I'm from. Weirdly, And that's also kind of an anomaly of why, like, I hold the views that I hold.
Yeah, that's a little weird. Most of the time, I think Hispanic people are very religious.
Very Catholic, yeah.
Yeah, Catholic. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's kind of weird because I guess we should let the cat out the bag. I'm the atheist in the room.
Well, as everybody can already tell, the title of this episode is called Atheism.
Atheist. Nice. I got my own title. Shit, yeah. Well, and I only had to blow 2 of you.
I figured. Q, you get a blowjob? Somebody,
No.
I didn't get a blowjob.
Hey, by the way, we always want. How much money would it take for you to be with a dude?
Man, at this point in time, I do 10 grand.
I'm gonna write a 1. Just let me know when I've reached enough zeros, Q. Okay.
I'll be a poor motherfucker.
I say I would just take $1.50 some Listerine.
Ricky
You want
Shark
now,
surgery.
do you want the liquid or do you want the strips?
I want the
They
strips.
they want the strips.
So
They
it
still, make,
burns.
they still make the strips.
I don't know.
Yeah, they
Really?
still make the strips.
When I
yeah.
worked for 7-Eleven, when I would go into some of these old gas stations we buy, like I was in Texas, they'd have shit like, can you still sell this? Oh, yes, it's okay. I'm like, I don't think so.
Is that your Mexican accent?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, that was...
Yeah. Texas is a whole nother fucking universe.
Yeah.
like, all in itself.
What have I've always said that. I was in Laredo. I spent time in Laredo.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Scared the fuck out of me.
Yeah, and it should.
Yes. Like they have this $1 million hotel,
Nothing.
then a $5 house, and then there's a house with guards, cameras, and
Yep.
and then the next house, $5 house.
What the fuck?
That's because this dude had the drug money.
Oh.
And the oil money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
look.
was like downtown Laredo because you would see crack house, condemned house, $1 million home, and I'm just like,
Oh yeah, no. And then on the other side of Laredo, it's nice house. What is that? Nothing. and I mean nothing.
Yeah.
Fucking birds fall out of the sky from exhaustion because they have nothing to land on. They just fuck.
I went to I drove past I was right by the detention center in Laredo where they skate, people that jumped over the border, and that's the way the guard explained it to me.
Border.
Okay. And I remember I was just like, I was bored. I was like, I'm gonna drive out and see what's out here.
Yeah.
Like they're still cardboard houses. I swear to I'm not.
Oh shit.
And I was like,
I wonder if they got taken out in the flood.
probably.
They got taken out in a strong sneeze.
All I know is just like I got out, and I remember like I left the car running and like the door open, and I just stood on like the side of the car and looked out
Just in case.
and I saw another car and I got back in.
Oh wow, you saw another car on that road.
Yeah.
Shit, must have been a nice road.
No, they said if you see another car, you might want to get out of there.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, because I was like, and that was it was scary as shit.
Yeah.
But the hotel was a brand new Marriott. Like you go in, you touch screen your room, like order this,
yeah?
had a Starbucks in it,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
and they had a Whataburger.
Oh yes.
You keep talking about this Whataburger.
I miss Whataburger so fucking much.
That's where the first time I ate was there. Was
Yeah.
at Laredo. They had this jalapeno burger.
Oh yeah,
And so
yeah.
it was
I
on
remember telling
the
you that.
way to the store, and then that's
Yeah.
where I got in the habit of eating in my car. I was just eating, it was a real
Yeah.
car, and I'd eat
well,
in
that
it.
and shame. So.
Yeah. And no one likes to see, at least in a car that you can pretend like you're getting it for more than one person.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Can I have 2 straws?
Yeah,
Thank you.
like pretend you're on your phone. Like, what else did you want? Yeah, okay, yeah. Let me get 3 more double cheeseburgers and another triple.
Hey, are the pies fresh? She wants to know if the pies are fresh. She just texts me, and they look at your phone. There's no screen.
Fucking phone's off, has no screen. Battery's falling out.
When did you move up here?
January.
This year?
Yeah.
Why?
What the fuck?
I was living in Florida for a couple of years, and I hated every fucking minute of it because I'm not I lived in El Paso, Texas.
Too many Cubans?
No, man. Fuck the weather. like Cubans, I have no issue with.
Oh, they
They're the
did
fun
think
ones.
you were a Cuban.
Yeah, no, more than a couple of times, and I got a story about that one. But I just hated the fucking weather.
Yeah.
I grew up in El Paso, Texas. I had 120-degree summers.
Yeah.
Got kind of tired of it.
Yeah.
Moved to Colorado during the 7 months of winter that they have there, and I was like the happiest. I was living in a single room with my best friends sleeping 3 feet apart from each other, and I was happy as can be.
Yeah.
And I loved the snow. I loved how dry it was. I loved the people there. Like when me and my best friend were out in Colorado, this is how nice people in Denver are. Weirdly, this is before marijuana, mind you.
Yeah.
We had all the money in our world was $600, and it was in a little wad of cash. And my best friend had it in his pocket. We went into Starbucks, like basic bitches we are. We got our drinks. My best friend pockets the money. We walk out. This young lady chases us out and goes, "You dropped this." It was her $600.
Oh shit!
And it's not. It's all 20s. It's not like a couple of.
Oh yeah,
20,
it's a fat fucking stack.
Yeah, it's a stack.
Yeah, it's a fucking.
And she chases out and just handed it. And I'm like, I counted it. And I'm like, well, fuck here, dude. Go buy her a fucking drink. She deserves something for that. Honesty.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna ask the dumb question. Why did you have it all on you at once?
Because we didn't have a fucking bank.
But I mean, just go old school under your mattress.
We just moved there.
Like in like the house or an apartment.
We were living in a hotel at that point.
Oh, never
Oh
mind.
shit! Yeah, fucking maids.
Yeah, they didn't have a safe. It was probably one of the ones with the safe in it, and most likely they got the combination to it anyways.
Well, yeah. I mean, it wasn't like they were staying in a fucking $400 a night hotel room.
With touch screens and your Whataburger. Like, no, we didn't fucking have that.
Hey, I didn't pay for any of that.
Well, it doesn't matter. You stayed there. Either way, like the hotel we were fucking staying in was literally made of wood.
It was a roach motel.
It was a roach motel. It was too low class for roaches.
The roaches
fucking drove by looking at us with their windows rolled up.
They took their bags to the room.
Yeah, fucking.
That's one of them hotels where birds fly upside down over because they can't find a place good enough to shit on.
Seriously. And but no, the fucked up thing is after that, marijuana got legalized, or cannabis. I'm sorry, is the proper term.
Cannabis is a proper term.
Cannabis is a proper term, and they got legalized, and we were living within. At that point, we were living within, I think it was like 10 or 12 miles of a dispensary. Mm-hmm. So our rent went from like $700 to $2,100.
No shit.
No shit, overnight.
Oh wow.
And we were just like, well,
just because it was within region or within no shit.
No shit. And that was it. Like he went back to El Paso, and I didn't want to go back to El Paso, and moved in with my long distance girlfriend in Florida, and stayed there for a few years. And I fucking hated Florida.
Wow.
I hated every minute of it, man.
Yeah.
It's funny. Like, you guys hear me. You guys know I'm Hispanic. For those who are listening, I am Hispanic.
Yeah.
I'm Spanish, and
barely has any facial hair.
Yeah. I'm all the worst stereotypes, right? But the thing is you don't hear an accent.
A little bit. Well, tiny
accent.
Certain words you do.
Yeah, but you don't hear me also talking like this. I don't fuck up the speech. I'm not sitting here asking you if you want X or drink. No, I don't fucking talk like that, right?
Yeah.
So I'm in Florida, and we'll be moving to this place, and I finally break this whole fucking idea that guns are bad.
Yeah.
I break the idea. Just horrible shit happened around our apartment, and I was like, so we need to invest, and we need to get our carry permit because I'm not going to jail or murdering somebody.
Yeah.
So I'm at the office, right, in Florida, and once again, I'm talking to this lady who's supposed to bring us in, take the test, whatever, right? And I've been talking to her for minutes, not just like a hi, hello.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, no, we had interaction.
Yeah.
Oh, where are you from? Oh, I'm from Texas. I'm from El Paso, Texas. Far west Texas. This and that. Yeah. And what's your name? And I gave her my name. And she stops dead. And of course, I have a Hispanic name.
Yeah.
Stops dead when we're walking into the place. Looks me right in the eye and goes, "Were you born here?"
Not in this building per se.
I was like so aghast. I was like, yeah, I just told you I'm from Texas.
Yeah.
And like the whole time, I'm taking this test for the concealed carry permit, and I'm just like, what fucking immigrant talks like me?
Yeah.
Where the fuck has somebody come over a border and had my voice, cadence, and vocabulary? I want to know.
Yeah.
Well, how many of me's has she ran into?
Yeah.
That's one of the biggest fucking reasons I love Florida. I was just like, what?
So was she fucking what is it? Colombian or whatever?
No, she was
Dominican.
She was Caucasian.
Oh, she's a white chick.
She was a typical old white lady who worked in a government office. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
But it was just like that's the whole. I'm clicking on the goddamn thing. I'm like, how tall? 6 foot 2, 2 4. Where did you hear people like me? with my skin color. Like, and it just blew my fucking mind.
Because if you're Hispanic, you're born in Texas,
Yeah.
which we have someone at work that was there and it works with me that was born in Texas, they automatically think, oh, well, you.
Oh, is that the one chick?
Yes. But anyways, so they think you're automatically a legal immigrant.
Yeah.
Because they think everybody in Texas is a legal immigrant.
Everybody, even the rednecks.
Yeah.
Because I think
They grow them down south specifically.
Because I think once you've I think been around, like I think once you reach the age of 10, I don't think you can get rid of an accent.
Is it?
I think I remember hearing that or reading that somewhere. Or
I got rid of
It's difficult to get rid of an accent past the age of 10.
Past the age of 10.
Unless, well, yeah, I mean, I got rid of a lot of mine because mine used to be a lot like, hey,
Oh, dude, mine was bad.
my name is BJ. I'm from.
I dated a girl from New Jersey, and her dad came down, and when I was in college, and I remember hearing him go, where's he from exactly? And I was just like, oh my God, do I sound like that? And from that point on, like, it was everything I could do to get rid of that fucking Southern accent.
Well, when I went to
You still got one.
Oh yeah, I absolutely.
When
do.
I went to
not
Pittsburgh-
nearly as bad as it used to be.
I can tell, actually.
when I was in Geneva, New York, which is in between Syracuse and Rochester.
Yep.
They're like, "Where are you from?" And I'm like, and it's like, "I love your accent." I was like, I almost got like, I don't have one. They're like, "Yeah, you do." I'm like, "No, I don't." They're like, "You talk real slow too, boy."
Oh yeah.
And they just kept doing it. That's the only time I've ever really like got self conscious and pissed. Like, you know what? Fuck you.
Oh yeah. Like if a chick has a Southern accent, like I'm all in. But if a dude has one, I'm like, look at this fucking clown.
You sure do.
You mean if a dude has one, it's going to take you a few more drinks to hit on him?
Possibly.
Yeah, okay.
Possibly.
Unless they have a party mouth.
Don't get me started on like the typical Texan accent. I mean, it's a harder thing to pull off, but I mean, yeah, no, I got that accent. I know it. I worked in a call center, man. I got calls from Houston. You got to believe me when they have a vocabulary out there that doesn't exactly quite match the American standard.
Damn. You fucking nailed that.
Hey,
one.
the worst, but
You kind of sound like Jared Jones.
Yeah, no, it's weird, right? Like,
Yeah, he does. It's like that herky jerky type.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's got a. Yeah.
we need to stand for our flag, but
Yeah, like-
it's okay to beat your women, though. But we just want to make sure to let you know where we're at here.
Yeah, that's what do they call it? Is that America's team?
America's
is that right?
team.
Is that what
Yeah,
they call it?
who?
Or,
Dallas Cowboys.
I'm
yeah.
not a sports fan.
They well, Greg Hardy was somebody that the Cowboys picked up after he had beat up his girlfriend and then scared her enough where she wouldn't go on trial, so she could testify against him.
Yeah.
But that's okay because he can contribute to the team.
Of course,
I
man.
mean, it's don't like some of the hypocrisy that's been in sports. The people that talk about the hypocrisy in sports are not people who should be pointing fingers.
Yeah.
You
No,
know,
not at all.
Yeah.
No,
you
What
know-
the fuck ever happened to Ray Rice?
he never got back in.
He's not in Canada or anything?
No, he actually works with the NFL. He works with the NFL. He talks to the rookie symposiums. He tells his story. He turned a big negative. Him and his wife are still married, raising their kids. They got past it.
Well, fuck yeah, he's
Yeah.
a millionaire.
Yeah, but you got to remember though, he wasn't in the league that long.
Was he not?
No.
About
I have
5
no
years.
idea who you're
5
talking about,
years?
so.
Ray Rice is the one that caught on video knocking his wife out.
In the elevator.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
and then
fuck yeah. Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah.
Oh, wait, yeah, wife. I got that guy.
but
Okay.
his wife stood by him because they'd both been drinking, not condoning it, and he admitted he was wrong.
Oh, yeah.
But nobody would ever. People were more worried about the perception of like, well, we can't have a wife beater on our team.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, fucking half the NFL is white.
that's what I'm talking about. Like, the
Actually-
hypocrisy in sports that happens is ridiculous.
You know what sport has the highest domestic violence convictions?
NBA.
Nope.
Hockey.
Nope.
Soccer.
UFC. Or
Well,
MMA.
fuck yeah, of
MMA.
course.
Dude, those guys fight for a living.
That one dude beat the shit out of fucking Christy Mack.
Yeah, War Machine.
Yeah,
Who didn't
War
see that
Machine.
coming?
I mean, come on, really? MMA? Like,
Yeah, you fucking, yeah.
Well, there's this.
I wonder what happens when I pour this gasoline on this fucking fire. You know,
Uh-huh.
fuck.
Exactly.
Dude, it's hard to turn off aggression if all day. I mean, if your job is based on adrenaline and aggression, it is hard to turn it off. Like there's a lot of time when military people come home, it's hard for them to turn that.
And it's hard
turn it
telling
off,
what those guys are on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I mean the drug whole thing is a lot looser in MMA, so it is a little bit more difficult to pin down exactly why somebody's fucked up.
Not anymore with
USADA's fucking cracking down like fucking John Jones.
Yep.
What failed a fucking drug test on a fucking steroid that is only detectable in piss, and for a very short amount of time.
Yeah,
like very short, like 12, like under 24 hours.
The last time I really watched UFC, Hoist Gracie. And,
holy shit!
Ken
Are you fucking
Shamrock,
kidding me?
I think it was. We're
Jesus
fighting.
Christ!
that was 3 or 4, I think.
Yeah,
That was the last time I really actually
Like
tracked and watched MMA.
They're at like 220,
yeah,
something like that. UFC 220.
Are we? Yeah, no, we're over that, aren't we? Isn't it? It's over.
I don't know. They
right?
they air a new one every Thursday.
Oh,
so
that's
it's like
there for a while, man.
No,
It was
that's-
like every weekend. It was like UFC 102, 103, 104.
Well, their last
Imagine
2 pay-per-views were the lowest buy rates in the longest time. They only
Were
got
they?
only one was 100,000. The one almost hit 200,000.
Which was this?
One was
The latest ones?
Amanda Munes was one,
Yeah.
and then I can't remember what. I
Wasn't
think
that the one that we watched that we said we're never gonna fucking get another fight that a chick is a title fight? Wasn't that one?
No, that wasn't that one. We haven't got these. These happened last month. We haven't got one yet.
Oh, gotcha.
The last fight we watched
gotcha.
was McGregor.
Yeah. I haven't even UFC.
No, it's not whatsoever. Hey, but we have some Asian sensation questions we're gonna do. Then we're gonna dive into the psyche over here
All right, let's do
Nice.
of both of these guys. We gotta get Q past a few things.
it. Yeah. Uh-oh. You didn't know this was a fucking therapy session, did you?
It's the intervention.
Where the fuck
It's
is
an intervention.
Wait, what's our therapist's name?
Sebastian.
Sebastian? Where the fuck's he at on this one, if that's what we're doing?
I know it. He's actually going to hopefully be spending a lot of time with Sebastian. He's going to work in his office.
Oh, good deal.
Yes.
Good deal.
I think he'll be able to get.
Who are you looking at? Oh, you're looking at me. Which eye's the bat? Is it your left eye?
I'm looking at all 3 of you.
What a dick.
Which
He's
eye-
looking
which
at
eye-
who's got to fight first.
Which eye's the bad eye? Your left eye? Okay, that's what I thought.
Now it's straight.
Dude, here's a fucking story real quick. So, I have a cousin, and he refuses to listen to this. I don't care, whatever. He's a good dude. I went to college with him, love him to death. He's funny as shit. He puts out he's a really good guitar player, but he puts out like funny songs and shit every night. Like he'll throw a fucking wig on and stuff. Anyway, when we were kids, like I started snowboarding when I was, I think, 12 maybe. Somewhere 12 or 13, I can't remember. But anyway, I was really good at it, and everybody knew. I had like a clique of buddies. There was like 5 or 6 of us, and we all rode.
Right.
And people were always wanting to go with us, because we'd come back, because we went like every fucking night. So the next day it was like, oh, do you remember doing this? You remember doing, it was always like the trick or whatever, And I mean, we were really good for our age. And so people started wanting to go with us. Well, so my cousin, he was like, hey, can I go?
Right.
And we were like, yeah, fuck yeah, man. So it was like him and like, I don't know, 2 or 3 other guys, right? Well, my cousin had a lazy eye. And we always went to Midnight Madness, which was from 12 o'clock till 6 in the morning.
Right.
And so, somebody's parents would take us, somebody else's parents would pick us up. And so we go down there and, we ride for a little bit. And he's like, everybody's like, nobody brings the right equipment, gloves, shit like that. And he's like, well, let's go up fucking, to the pro shop, buy some gloves.
Right.
So we were up in the lobby, in the lounge or whatever, and it was a big ass place. You had, food court, fucking lounge, fucking pro shop, all this shit, right? And so I done got my food, and he was over in the pro shop, and he comes walking back across the room. And he starts talking to me, and I'm just like I just keep looking around, like, man, who the fuck is he talking to?
You're trying to track it. You're like,
well, I'm trying to figure, because because it was bad, and so like I keep looking at him, and I'm like, man, who the fuck is he talking to? Like, there's nobody over here. I was like, I don't know those people over there.
Follow the finger.
And I was like, I don't think he can see those people over there. And so he repeats what he's saying again, and I'm like, who in the fuck is he talking to? And finally I look at him and I go, who the fuck are you talking to? He goes, you! I said, where the fuck are you looking? And he goes, I got a fucking lazy eye. I was like, I fucking thought you were looking at those people over there.
Hey, could you debunk this myth or not, Q? Like, when you come, do your eyes go straight?
For a few minutes, if it's the right girl.
I've always wanted to ask
I
that.
can see clearly now. The load is gone.
So do you know what the pimple game is?
Oh my god.
Do you know what the pimple game is?
No, but it makes me nervous now.
Do you know what it is, Q? Q don't know what it is.
I got an idea.
I can tell by that look on that one eye that you don't know what it is.
It's glistening.
So the pimple game is where you it's for gay people. It's when you come in a dude's ass and then you squeeze his ass together and shoot to come out like a pimple. That's why I sent that to you.
Sounds like something Mark would do.
Derailment. It makes me think. That's why I said it made me think of
the church camp.
The Butarski off of
Sunday confessionals.
All right, so here's I'm gonna do two. They'll be quick though.
All right.
What if you come home from work and your wife is being all sweet and she's babying the hell out of you? She already has dinner done. She takes off your shoes and starts rubbing your feet. Then out of nowhere, she starts licking and sucking your toes. What do you do?
After a hard day's of work, that's a nasty little bitch.
What the fuck are you doing?
Because but if you've been with them for a while and they've never done it, think about that.
Well, I think we have Q's answer. He didn't say he was going to stop her. He was just asking.
That's right. That's right. Q is very
Astute.
I would call it homophobic, maybe.
Oh.
I mean, he don't fuck around. You know,
He doesn't like our penis game we play at work.
Well, I mean,
That is so innocuous.
it's Q's just very straightforward.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way. No
But
nonsense, no
he
bullshit. I
did-
ain't hating him for that.
He did try to teach me how to count the rings on the butthole, though.
What? How do you do that?
He said he could stretch it out and he'll be able to count how old you are.
Oh my god! Like the fucking rings on a tree.
Beautiful.
Well, look, Mark kept fucking with me, and I just told him, I was like, look, you fuck with me one more time, I'm going to stretch your anus, and they're not going to be able to tell your age. You know? I mean, come on. Pierce his colon.
That's my kind of threat. I love it.
But you still ate those donuts he brought, though.
Damn right I did.
He makes good donuts.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Do we all get an answer, AP?
Yeah. No. Go ahead.
Oh,
You got one? We got.
yeah. I sit back and fucking enjoy it.
Oh.
See, I'm not a toe guy. Like I'm really like my wife has beautiful feet. Like absolutely, like my fucking second toes like
Segue.
longer than my first toe, and but then my right foot, like my one toe's like all fucked up from where I broke my foot and like dislocated four of my fucking toes, and so like I'm just not a feet guy. But she has very pretty feet, but it's never crossed my mind to suck on those bitches because they don't do shit for me. It's like you've been walking around on that shit all day.
So your toes got elbows?
My fucking toe, I ain't kidding, man. My fucking big toe of my right foot. You know how most, your
It looks
finger-
like vice grips.
It does. Your fingers, you know how they've been straight, right? You're from your knuckle, and so do your toes, right? Well, mine, my big toe actually sets in at an angle,
Yeah.
kind of like this. I guess would be to the tip of the toe would point towards the second toe, right? And so it looks like I have a bunion, but it's just how my toe is set in there. So when it moves like this. It actually rolls
It
back
rotates in
towards
the joint?
Yeah, it rotates in a joint and rolls back towards my ankle. It's fucking weird, man. I would have sued the doctor, but he fucking didn't. He didn't charge me
I mean,
because he knew he fucked my shit up.
the only reason I'm going to sit there and enjoy it is because honestly, it's like, well, what the fuck other doors are we going to open today?
Hey, man, I'm all about opening.
I don't want
doors,
someone
man.
fucking with my feet.
I don't either, but I mean, I don't have to worry about.
No,
that,
I know what they
so.
smell like. Like I'd be like, what's wrong with you?
No, I got really, really clean feet. I got a thing about my feet, like because of like what my dad went through. Like my dad went through constant infections and broken hangnails and shit. So I take really, really, really good care of my feet.
So you
Like,
get like fucking pedicures and shit.
Fuck yeah, I
or
do.
anything? Do you really?
like,
I mean,
dude, I got size 14 feet.
You're a big fucking dude.
I'm a giant. Yeah.
You are a fucking giant. I mean, you got big ass hands, fucking
Yeah.
big ass feet.
So yeah, so I take care of my feet. So like if that's going on, I'm just like, well,
Right.
what other ideas you got?
Yeah, what we got going on?
I mean, I'm talking about after I work 15 hours, I get it. I mean, I get it. But I'm
Yeah.
just saying from like my point of view, I wouldn't mind it. But I'd be like, I'd be more like, you don't have to do that. Like we're good.
I mean,
Unless you have some good hand soap because your hands are going to smell.
I think like if she's gonna like suck on my toes after working fucking 14, 15 hours,
She's gonna get a crink in her neck.
No,
She has to do that one sideways.
Wasn't where I was going, but I was thinking, yeah, she would for my fuck. Like, yeah, she would. But she gonna suck a dirty penis. She absolutely gonna suck a dirty penis.
Well, I think the other point was like, okay,
forget about the toes.
Yeah,
move on up to my dick. 'Cause
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, where are we going with this?
I can't come through my toes.
I don't think
Yet.
you can.
Yeah, I don't think there's an opening, but
I've tried.
I'm willing to try.
But I'm just saying it opens up other questions because if you've been with them for a while, you're like, well, now you're just doing this, like
yeah. It's like whose idea was this?
Like, where'd this
Where'd
come
you
from?
get this idea?
Yeah, and,
exactly.
and it starts to open up. Well, can I do something nice for you? No, you can't do nothing nice for anybody. They're always going to ask why you're doing nice things because they think you want something.
Well, that's why I shut the fuck up and I take the favor. I'm like, thank you, go for it.
But that's
have
where
fun.
you always go, though.
No, no.
You always like, what do you want?
When people do nice things, it flips me out. Well, you're the same way.
Come up here and lick my butthole.
Yeah, let me text that. Be like, hey,
Got a job for you.
hey, you into licking turd cutters?
You into rims?
I shaved my taint today. Would you come up here and lick it?
I know. There's just certain questions that I would just stay away from.
Well, is that the only question we got?
The other one is, if you have a son or daughter, let's say in high school, and your son, this was just in the news again, like, why is there a double standard when the teacher sleeps with the male student? Like, the male student kind of gets props, but when a female student sleeps with a male teacher, like, there's a double standard on it. Like, how would you react? And also, the kicker at the end is, what if it's a male teacher, male son, female teacher, female daughter? So there's kind of both of them are right there.
That's a lot of information to take in.
That's a lot of variables.
So why is it a double standard that when a male student sleeps with?
Let's go around the room. Was there ever a teacher you wanted to toe tap in school at all? You don't have to say their name or call them or anything.
Yeah, I got suspended for a couple of days for looking at my teacher's dress, I mean, there was plenty of teachers.
Son of a bitch. I never had a single teacher when I was growing up.
Want to touch you?
I love
No, never had that either.
No, because we talked about that the other day. Because you're like, why didn't anybody ever want to touch me?
Yeah, why didn't everybody want to fuck me? Like, I'd have fucked him. Like, I'd have fucked him and kept my mouth shut.
Yeah.
But not small.
Where was these teachers at?
That's right. Like, this shit. And not only that, like, there was not a teacher growing up. Once I was like to an age where, I would. Now, I will say, when I was in the 6th grade, God, I really want to say her name right now, but I won't. But I was a 6th grader. She was right out of college. She ended up marrying our. I think he was social studies. I think it's what he taught. They're still together to this day. But he was single. She was fresh out of college, and god damn, she was fucking hot. And she used to call me the human hormone.
In 6th grade?
Yeah, in the 6th grade. Yeah, you tell me about it.
But I think the nickname still stands.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Oh,
I can vouch from the text.
I like to fuck. What can I say? But no,
Well, no, you like to get off. I mean, I've seen your forearms.
fucking look at that shit.
I'm
Man.
telling you.
I used to work on them bitches when I was in high school.
Do you see high school?
Twice a day.
Do you see high school? We went right back to high school.
Well, that's the only time I ever lifted. That's the last time I lifted weights.
That's the last time I peaked.
But no,
What's your Facebook look like?
Her maiden name was Miss Cox.
Of course it was.
It was.
All right. What's
But I was in the 6th. But after that, there was nobody else. Nobody else. We had a fucking science teacher one time in high school that I kind of thought, I would on a dry.
You had trouble
dry
paying
time.
attention in school, didn't you?
No, not really. I was high.
I
most
did.
Of the time.
At least he's so honest. That's what I love.
But I mean, I could see the double as a man. The double standard is there.
It's always going to be there. And
I agree with it.
Because if we had a daughter and a teacher fucking pediddled her, we'd be all over it.
Oh, like here's the deal. When I was I was a sophomore. I was a sophomore. I had a girl that was a real good friend of mine. I've known her since we were fucking kids, And she was dating a dude that was 4 grades older than she was. So he was out of high school. She was still dating him. And he was...
Craig?
No. He was my biology teacher. And he said one day, he said, you know, as a girl, you know, you shouldn't date guys that are that much older than you because you are the best he can get at his age. And so I always kind of took that. I was like, "Fucking A, that's pretty fucking right." You know what I mean? Like, why would he not date like all these other girls? You know, it's like he can, you know, manipulate this girl that's 4 years younger than he is.
It's a Matthew McConaughey thing, you know.
Yeah.
I keep getting older, and they just stay the same age.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you know, but it's different for a guy to be banging an older chick. Yeah, I mean it's like oh that that's an accomplishment, man. Fucking give me applause, high five, fucking fist bump, but for a girl to be especially a teenage girl to be banging a fucking teacher like that's like that motherfucker can't get nobody his age.
First of all, yeah, no, there was a teacher that I found like just incredible in high school. Don't remember her name. I hated her though. So if I were to have had sex with her, it would have been a hate fuck.
Oh, that would have been great though.
Oh, dude, it would have been. It would have been
perfect sex right there. You're getting fucked.
Why? Like, I get a serious like Bowling Green vibe killer thing going on right now. You're getting fucked.
Cube could be psychotic. That's why I'm glad he's on my side.
No, I love it. I love it. It's
not at all.
I love it. It's just one of those things.
He's pretty level.
I'm back.
If I can give him something to level him out.
It's just one of those things. You're just like, fucking what? Okay, that's where we're going with that.
Just like to have fun.
Hey,
but,
we love Cube.
As for the double standard, I mean, it is a double standard, and I think it's bullshit. I think fucking pedophilia is pedophilia. No matter how the fuck you color it, no matter what the fuck you put in front of it, no matter how the fuck you try to justify it.
Absolutely.
And I've heard and I've read these interviews. Oh, but I loved him. Oh, but I loved her.
Yeah.
No, motherfucker, wait for her to become legal.
Yeah.
Wait for him to become legal.
If you love him enough, you'll wait.
Yeah. If you love him, you'll raise him.
Yeah.
You're not waiting at that point. I mean,
Yeah.
some of these, like, what was that fucking kid, 12?
Yeah.
Like, you're not fucking waiting. You're raising him.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
So, like, if you love him that much, if you're that attracted to him, stick the fuck around.
Here's what I hate those. Like, but in other countries. Well, that's fucking other countries.
Yeah. I mean, the fucking legal consent age in Indiana is what, 16?
I think so.
And in Japan, it's 12.
What?
Are you shitting me?
12?
Yeah, no, I'm serious.
Well, and fucking over in like Iraq and shit, or wherever the fuck that shit is, you see them like old men marrying fucking kids.
9.
Marrying kids.
Well,
then, like,
according to their religion, that is when a girl turns into a woman, is the age of 9.
Well, I mean, I would assume that's like, I mean, roughly, I don't know.
I'd
is
kill
that
a
the age?
motherfucker.
Oh, well, fuck yeah, man. I mean,
That's kind of what we're doing right now over there, isn't it? I mean, we're not over there signing autographs.
I mean, here's the deal. I mean, here, with that, and I'll make it quick. But
You've heard that before.
A girl, yeah, a girl that I went to school with was in the military. Was over there in the war and shit. She's out now because they have a son. Her husband's still in, but she wanted to get out, make sure she could raise her son. And she was like, for sure, 100%. I've seen it with my own fucking eyes. Where even the fucking soldiers that we're fucking training that are whatever Afghani, whatever, I don't know what the fuck to call them. You know what to call them? What do you call them?
Which ones?
Afghani fighters. What? It was just like Muslim
just
fighters,
freedom fighters, man.
Whatever. Anyway,
they got a new name every other week. It's like a website that gets taken down.
it is very common for them to take young boys and dress them up like girls, and they are their fucking sex slave, more or less.
That's kind of like.
And she goes, "This is 100% fucking true. I've seen it with my own fucking eyes."
That's like in the Philippines and all stuff. But in Hawaii, parties may get married at the age of 15 with parental consent or the consent of a judge. Parental consent is needed in Alabama and Utah at the age of 14. I'll just leave the jokes out there. And in Nebraska and Oregon, the age is 17. So it's kind of all over the board a little bit.
Indiana, it's 16, right, for consent. And it's not marriage, but consent. Like, I'm not saying that right, am I?
What?
Is it
consent? Yeah,
is it
consent?
I mean,
Yeah,
but you have to have parental consent at 16, right?
Yeah, everything's under parental or by a judge
until they're 18.
Yeah, because if let's just say,
least in India.
I think they have the clause.
17.
I think
is
they,
the official age.
In 17?
Yeah.
I think they have the clause like if someone gets pregnant or something like that. That's why
The Romeo and Juliet clause,
Yeah.
actually, is what it's called.
Really?
Yeah.
I never heard of that.
Yeah, if like say two people are dating in high school, he's 15, she's 13. If she a few years down the line, he'll be 18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she'll be 16. So technically, that's pedophilia. That's child rape, whatever. But if they can establish that they've had a relationship before the age barrier, it's called the Romeo and Juliet clause.
Yeah, once I turned 18, I got away from the freshmen and sophomores.
Well, that's when I was. We had a
I bet
government.
the wrestling team really missed you.
Yeah, they did.
We had a
I love
government.
those singlets. Let's oil up.
We had a government econ teacher, and that was a good one. I missed it.
That's what I'm here for. That's why we listen to our own podcast on Mondays.
I know.
A, we're
I know.
egomaniacs.
I
And
go,
B,
I go back and listen. I was like, "Fuck! I totally missed that one."
I watch my own videos on YouTube all the time. Shit, nothing wrong with it.
We
Kleenex shortage.
tissue. Men wouldn't need porn, and you wouldn't have a tissue shortage. But no, we had a government econ teacher, and I had a buddy who was, we were all 18. Yeah. Well, he had been dating this girl for like 2 years, and he was like, that's a Class D felony for you to even hold her hand, and like all this shit. We were like, oh shit, what? Wait a minute. We're still in high school. Like, why are we? And he was like, no, it's a fucking law.
Yeah. We see high school as high school.
Yeah,
but then
you don't see age.
Yeah, once I hit 18, I was very careful. Like I started going with people following my own age.
Oh fuck! I mean, well, yeah. I mean, of course, I always dated above me because I was that guy.
Well, I didn't date above me. Like what I did was this.
I dated older than me.
No, I get that. But what I'm saying is it was easier to fool the younger ones.
See, I was good. I mean, look at me.
I just had a pocket full of Jolly Ranchers.
Let me move this mic. Look at me. I'm beautiful.
I know. It happens.
I am beautiful, no matter what they say. Nobody's gonna jump in?
No.
No.
Fucking assholes.
But hey, actually you saw my pictures in high school.
You did great. No, you're fine.
Thanks.
I was very pretty. I was very pretty in high school.
So we just gonna pause right now. Nobody gonna talk. Nothing.
No, I just wanted to everybody on the podcast go, what the fuck's wrong with you? Like he said he's pretty, and the other over there's like, well, I showed you a picture in high school. I was pretty. Like,
You did.
I'm still gorgeous. Are you shitting me? I may be a giant fat fuck, but I'm still gorgeous.
Shit.
I'm just a sociopath. I actually come down to that conclusion. I took one of those tests on Facebook.
Yeah.
It's supposed to make you feel better about yourself, and it popped up sociopath.
What the fuck were we talking about?
No, actually, we were actually into a good part here. We were because I knew he was coming on, so I looked up a couple stats because I have issues.
You have issues.
Yeah, because I like to do research.
Okay.
Hit me.
So we're just gonna let's just roll into it. Let's see what happens.
Because we've talked about this a little bit before about the percentage where the percentage of actual believing in God has went down, and the percentage of
Yeah, we talked about that.
not necessarily atheists, but that actually that they don't classify themselves as atheists, but they
Nuns. They're called nuns.
Yeah. So that basically they just like, when you die, you're done. You're like this. Once I drink and throw it away, you're whatever.
Well, so then let me ask, since you so they classify themselves as just nuns, like they're not atheists, they're not Christian, they're not whatever else.
They're like a lot of people that only show up on Easter.
So so then tell me exactly. Well, tell me in your words what it is to be an atheist.
Free. That's fucking it.
Like I don't like you're gonna have to explain that further. Like, what's that mean? Like, what do you mean by free?
By free, I mean, well, here's the thing. A lot of people, especially when it comes to religion, they don't really believe. They have God as an afterthought, or they have God as a pretext.
Okay. Like what do you like? How? Like what do you mean they have him as a afterthought? Okay, no, I get it. It just clicked. It just clicked.
Q is looking at me. You want me to explain to Q?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, he's just paying attention. That's his pay attention face.
Oh, okay.
He's actually looking at the green screen.
Because they have him as an afterthought. What do you mean by afterthought?
Oh, thank God.
Ah.
Oh, I found my fucking keys. Oh, thank God.
Okay.
That's more of a saying than an afterthought.
Yeah, I
but
can
that's
see
just
that.
it is a fucking afterthought. If it's just a saying, it's a fucking afterthought. You don't
Okay.
mean shit by it.
Okay.
And that's what an afterthought is. Oh, hey, by the way,
Yeah.
this,
Yeah.
like, and that's just it. Most people have them as, have God as a pretext or an afterthought. And, the thing is that, and I'm going to try to say, not to say so much, but when it comes to a lot of religion, a lot of people just like to take the high road. Like somehow they know more, or they are more, or they become more, they think more because they believe in a God. And the funny part about it is, people telling me, "Oh, well, I believe in God," and I say, "Okay, which one?"
Yeah. Okay.
Because to them, there's one.
Yeah, I mean, well,
But
to back up.
75% of the United States believes in Jesus Christ, so that's why. I mean, in America, most likely when you say God, you're going to assume that's
Yeah.
you're going to go with that.
Yeah, like to back up.
Yeah.
To back up, it's like I have a guy that I work with.
Yeah.
And actually, I used to have two that were pastors.
Right.
Southern Baptist. And I can't remember what the other one is. And I talked to one of them, and he wanted to talk to me about it. And I mean, I believe in God, and I believe there's something, there's something there's something there. Whether it be, we're not going to get into that, but my question, I was always like, well, the reason that I don't really go to church anymore is because of all the hypocrites.
Yeah.
And he goes, well, what do you mean? I was like, you got somebody who, you're going to sit next to on a Sunday, and, and you're going to sit there and you're going to listen to the good word, and you're going to take it all in. But then, you're going to go out there on Monday, and, you may be banging a side chick, or, whatever, cussing up a storm, or drinking like a fish, or doing all this shit that it says you're not supposed to do.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want to be involved in that. He goes, but you're not going there because of that person. He goes, you're going there for you. He goes, why are you worrying about that other person?
You're not going there for you. You're not. You go to church, you're not going to church for you. You're going to church out of obligation. Really? You guys really want to hear a tale that's 2,000 years old and nobody has ever been able to prove?
I'm going to tell you about my wife's mom and grandma. They
Okay.
went every Saturday night. They never talked about religion to me ever.
Right.
Never threw in my face that I nothing. They went because they actually enjoyed going. They liked it because what it meant to them. So
It's
class,
community.
but you can't. Yeah, because Steph's grandma was a nurse in New York City for 30-40 years, and then her mom worked with physical handicapped kids. Two of the best people that I've ever known.
Yeah.
But you can never tell that they went to church. They
Yeah.
never brought it up, never said anything about it. They went for them.
Yeah.
So that's too broad of a statement on that,
Yeah.
though.
No, I mean,
they went
and
for community.
I will say,
No, they weren't even from Indiana. They went.
They went for like-minded people is what I'm trying to say.
I will say this. I was.
But at the same time, you are correct,
Yeah.
and I retract it. It is a very broad statement,
Yeah.
and I was wrong in saying it.
But I agree with what you're saying, though. I agree with a certain aspect of what he's saying.
Oh yeah, no, I do too.
Because he's never heard the basketball story, and I'll tell that in a minute because that's what still bothered me.
I will say that I from the minute I was born until I was I don't know, and way into my teenage years, we went to church every Sunday. I mean, we did. My whole family was there. I mean, it was a small church, and I would say 80% of the people that went to that church I was related to. And when I went to church, and and I sit there and I listen to the pastor preach, and when I would leave there on a Sunday, I mean, I can still remember this like it happened yesterday, where I would leave there and I felt really good. Like, I did. Like, I felt like okay,
Yeah, I can explain that.
Huh?
I can explain that.
And oh shit. And so, but the days that I didn't go, I'd be like, shit, we should have went to church today. You know what I mean? It's like, but, and I understand there's like some level of like, you feel like you did something, and you did something in front of all these people, but to know how I think, like, I don't give a fuck what people think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there was always like this really good feeling, leaving church that day. And so, go ahead.
No, I can
Explain it.
What, you've been to a concert, right?
Yeah, but I didn't feel like that after leaving the concert.
Of course not, because you have in your head already that you're doing something good and holy by going to go hear some guy talk about a 3,000-year-old book. Like, you have it in your head. You're pre-programmed for that.
Okay.
So when you go there, you do see other people that are jubilant, that are well-dressed, they smell good, they're nice people. You walk around, you're greeted. So you have this really, really good experience, and you have these good experiences with good people.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that you feel that because you're in that community.
Yeah.
And those people are nice in that community. But you said it yourself. Most of them are hypocrites. So you're getting that one day of feel good because everybody's on their best behavior.
Yeah.
You go to the same person on Tuesday that, you saw in church, all peace be with you, brother. Much love, whatever.
Yeah.
Go to them on Tuesday, cut them off in line in Walmart, watch them calling you a fucktard. You're not going to get the same fucking warm, fuzzy feeling. And the reason for it is because of community. You see, the thing is that, I know a lot of atheists, we come off really angry. We come off really hateful and everything. But the truth is that we want one thing. Love. We want everybody to love everybody.
Yeah.
Fucking period.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's it. That's all we want. And the coolest thing about it, and the thing you guys are talking about, actually just brings to memory Penn Jillette. You guys know who Penn Jillette is, right?
Yeah.
Penn Jillette, you know why he became an atheist?
No.
Because when he was a kid, I don't think he was more than 12 years old, he went to church every Sunday with his parents. And he looked at all these people who would hang around after church was done. They would have picnics. They would get together. They were all nice to each other. They were a well-rounded community. And he looked at them. And he said, this is it. This is all I need. I don't need God to be good. These people don't need God to be good because we're not in church anymore. They weren't in church anymore. They were hanging out with each other. They were being community. They were being nice to each other. And he said, I don't need God for that. And he was a kid. Like, it took, like I was telling you guys earlier, I have a problem with authority. So I was agnostic. I needed proof one way or the other. Until gay marriage happened. And I'm very pro-LGBT. Q plus whatever the fuck it is this week. Hey, I love them, but I'm going to make the fuck fun of them too.
Yeah.
Nobody's safe from me. So all the fucking letters in the goddamn alphabet, I'm for them.
Yeah.
And then gay marriage happened, and I was agnostic. So of course there's agnostic fucking communities. So I go to the left, and everybody on the left is like, it's an abomination to God. Go fucking, it's horrible. Okay. Go to the right. Shit, I'm not even going to walk through that door. Fuck that. I know what they're saying. And I'm like, you know what? I need some solace. Because all I hear is abomination to God, abomination to God. I need some solace. I'm going to go to my little forums and my little, pages where it's nothing but agnostics. I get to my agnostics page. It's an abomination. Fuck it. I can't do it. I can't sit here and try to be a decent person and support other people's rights and support other people's right to live the way they want to live. If they're not hurting anybody, I can't do that and in any way be associated with some kind of religion. I can't fucking do it. Like, I require proof, and I just got my proof. If there was a fucking God, there would be a happy medium. There would be a place for me to exist.
Yeah.
Because if you're Christian or if you're Catholic and you believe in a God, you're automatically told by your book who you're supposed to hate, who you're supposed to kill. I can't be associated with that and be a decent person, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I can't look at you guys and say, fucking, I love you guys. You guys are awesome. But you're wearing two different fibers. I'm gonna have to take you back and stone you to death.
No, and
you cut the hair on your face.
Yeah.
I have to set you on fire now.
that's why I struggle with organized religion for a very long time. My dad used to make us go to church every Sunday, and then he went to jail for child molestation. And I was just like, and for a while I was like, why did he go? Because he was trying to go. So he would be making all these mistakes, and that was his way of trying to make up for it.
Yeah.
And I have a very good friend who, Catholic for many, many, many years or whatever. And I was talking, and we were talking back and forth, and I was like, I just don't like organized religion. And she's like, do you believe? I was like, yeah, I believe. Yeah, I believe in something. I was like, you have to believe in something. It makes me feel better.
Yeah.
Right? Which is fine. And we would talk one-on-one like that, and I was like, wow, this is great. I enjoy this. I don't enjoy all that. I don't believe you give 10%. I don't believe that the higher church, the closer you are to God, and all that other. I don't believe in any of that stuff.
Yeah.
I believe if us four in this room want to sit around and talk about something we believe in, and if we take it out of here and make a better impact on society, I'm okay with it.
Yeah. No, I mean, here's, I guess I don't want to say my only thought on it is that people need something. They need something to believe in. They need something to know, or at least to try to show them that, when they die, like, it's not over. Nobody wants it to fucking end.
That's the scariest thought. I never used to be afraid of dying ever.
Yeah.
Like after I was for a while, then I had my kids. It's like I have a legacy. So if I pass away, I have a legacy.
Yeah.
But when I was in that hotel room, thought I was dying.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah. Death scares the fuck out of me.
Oh, well, fuck yeah, man. It scares the shit out of anybody.
Because I was like, where am I going?
It's called mortality.
Yeah. But I mean, because I thought, but like at that moment in time, I was like, and I wasn't praying to God, because at that moment in time, I was like, okay, then, because that, I know that sounds weird, but like, you shouldn't just go through the bad moments and do it that way. That's kind of what you're saying earlier.
Yeah, it's an afterthought.
Yeah. But I was like, what's going to happen to me? What's going to happen to me?
Yeah.
I'm about to stop breathing. What's going to happen? And then that's when I was like, oh shit, what, and that's where I was like, I'm not too sure what's going to happen. And that's what kind of flipped me out a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, plenty of shit happens after you die. You're just not involved with any of it.
My counter's clear.
But I guess my I see what you're saying. Like, as far as like, the community, and like, you don't need, God to be able to be that way.
Yeah.
I understand that. But I think for a lot of people, they think that, they need that something to believe in.
That they need something to believe in, and then other people need that structure.
They do. And to me, like, I guess I want to say the statement as, like, why does it matter? Like, why can't we just let them believe in what they want to believe in?
Well, there's two things. One, the structure is false. First of all, it's a fairy tale. It's sold to you. There is no structure. There is no moral structure in religion at all.
Like how? Like, what do you mean? Explain that.
There is none. There is no moral structure. How can anybody claim their God is good? Okay, you know what? We'll start with this. Do you have a Bible?
Yeah.
You have the Bible.
I have a Bible. I don't know if what do you mean by the Bible?
Yeah, you don't have the Bible. You don't even have a Bible. You have a version of the Bible.
We have a version of the Bible, because the original version was written in fucking some other language that nobody understands.
But that's just what I fucking mean. You have a version of the Bible.
Okay.
You don't have the Bible. You don't have exactly what the fuck it taught. You have a version that was translated by a gay king.
Okay.
By the way, he was gay.
Okay.
So all those things that were in there were put in there by him. A lot of these things, there is an actual Bible in the English Historian Museum, and there is over 12,000 differences between that version and the Bible we have now. It's a moral bullshit con job.
And there's also a bunch of books that were actually
added and deleted.
Yeah, and then because of the Vatican, the theory is with the Vatican, there's a lot of things that like even famous inventors and famous I can't think of the top of my head, but I can't think of his name. One of the philosophers had his theories on things, and they would actually ban his books. Mm-hmm. And they would take his books and they would destroy his books to make sure it didn't get out, because it taught science over religion. My father-in-law, Dr. Anthony S. Ragone, I doubt if he listens to the show. It'd be nice if he did.
You mean Darwinism?
But he's an atheist.
He is?
Yeah. Well, like I said, he was married to Steph's mom. She went to Catholic church every day. They were married. And
there's we don't have anything against.
But he's a scientist. He wants to, he believes in, I should be able to do some formula, do something, and I should know.
Be able to tell.
Yeah, and that's the thing. If there was a God, we'd know. We wouldn't believe. We'd know.
But would we?
Yeah, we would. And I
But
can
how-
give you a
but
simple
how,
challenge.
though?
I
Yeah,
can give you a
okay.
simple
Yeah,
challenge.
yeah,
We'll take
yeah.
we'll take the challenge of Muhammad in the Bible.
Okay.
He prayed for 7 years for his family to finally reach wealth. And he prayed every day, and God granted it to him. Right? I want you to do the same thing. Except, let's really prove God. I want you to cut your hand off at the end of those 7 years of praying. And during those 7 years of praying, I want you to pray for God to put your hand back. What do you think is going to happen?
We know what's going to happen. Honestly.
Yeah, that's just it. You know what's going to happen. And you know that 7 years of prayer ain't going to do shit. Because here's the thing. The world is 50-50. Either it's going to happen or it ain't. And, one of these excuses...
You don't think you get like a little nub or anything?
Well,
It'd be
I
it'd be
think
like
I think
halfway.
what's happened is God will actually have somebody who's going to be able to create some kind of stem cells, be able to grow it back.
God doesn't create that, man. We do. And that's, and
But God put us here.
No, we didn't. We evolved. We evolved from a lot of
I am
places.
turning my phone off on Monday.
Yeah, I'm not going to.
No, yeah, we evolved from a whole lot of places, and I think it was Tim Allen who recently came out publicly and said, "Well, we evolved from monkeys. Why do we still have monkeys?" And I love that. I love it. It's one of my favorite questions.
I'm not
that I
going to
get.
lie. I've always kind of thought that.
Yeah, you've always thought that. You know why?
I think you have because you keep talking about your ass all the time.
Well,
What? Don't monkeys play with their ass all the time?
No, they just they throw their poo, and I think that's with you with the old new. I'm glad we don't have the camera no more working.
I love that sound effect.
Yeah, because that would have made it.
Yeah. Finally something funny on the show.
But yeah, it got a little serious there, didn't it? Yeah, no, but the whole thing
that's
is
great, though.
the whole thing is, like everybody, well, if we evolved from monkeys, why are there still monkeys? Well, if we have 6 and 8 cylinder engines, why do we still have single cylinder engines? Because that's where it started.
Yeah.
That's just it. You see, the thing is that we didn't evolve from monkeys. We had a common ancestor. They decided to stay in the trees. They decided to stay in forested areas. Our dumbasses thought it was great to go fucking explore land. And therefore, we have a branch. And another follow-up question is, well, then why don't we have transitional fossils for these phases? And the truth is, yes, we fucking do. There's museums full of this shit. Full of them. In fact, there's some here in this fucking city where you can go and actually see the transitional fossils. So this whole thing about, well, why this, why that? Yeah, the answers are already there. You just don't want them because somehow that question proves you right in your mind. So yeah, no, we have transitional fossils. We didn't evolve from monkeys. We evolved from a common ancestor. The same way we have a V8 that evolved from a single cylinder made in a garage.
Yeah. But it still kind of goes back to like, why does it matter?
Well,
You know
why
what I
does it
mean?
matter? And this is actually one of the biggest things is progression of science, progression of education, and progression of research. Right now, did you know the White House has 0 scientists reciting?
No, I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
All the scientists in the White House quit. There's no scientists in the White House right now
Why'd they quit?
because of our president. There is no scientist. You know how scary that thought is? That's running a nuclear power plant without the engineers.
Okay, yeah.
And the thing is, why does it matter? Why does it matter what people believe? Because, it's an echo chamber. And this is one of the reasons, like my brother Jesse, he's a believer still. And I always talk to him, and I call him up, and I'm like, I need your opinion on this weird pro-religion thing I found. I want to talk about it a little bit. Fuck, why do you always call me? I'm like, because you're the only person to know that's, level-headed enough to have a discussion with me.
Yeah.
I can't call another person that's religious and say, this person's fucking nuts. I need this. I need the other side of this. So let's talk about this. Well, what the fuck do you mean? Christian persecution? Like, no, dude. I'm not persecuting anybody. I'm asking for an explanation as to why you sound like a fucking nut job.
Yeah.
So that's the thing is that when you get to that level, when you get to that echo chamber level, one person will tell you, well, fuck you for not believing in God, and 15 other people will chime in. And that's why it matters. Because stem cell research was shot down for how many years?
Yeah, a lot.
Because of a false fact.
Yeah.
Oh, the only way they can get it is for unborn fetuses.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what they thought.
No.
Well,
it was never what they thought. It was a
but it
rumor.
wasn't that they thought. The actual deal on that was it wasn't that they thought that was the only way that it was going to happen. Is that they were afraid that people were going to abort their babies in hopes that they could get money from selling the stem cells from that dude.
Yeah, and it's all a bullshit rumor. You get stem cells. You know where I can get stem cells from you right now? Your freaking molars.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
Your molars contain stem cells. So do your eyes.
Yeah.
And actually your lungs and some of your lymph nodes all contain stem cells. But,
but
we couldn't have stem cell research because of this abortion tie-in, which a lot of religious folks are always fighting against. And yes, I'm pro-choice. I'm pro-abortion. And, that's where the whole clash came in.
Yeah.
And the thing is that people that have these hardcore beliefs also run our fucking government. We have that bill in Florida that's been trying to be pushed through by a couple of conservatives that if you give or if you perform or receive an abortion, it can be punishable up to death.
Wait, say it again?
Yeah.
Say it again?
That's a real fucking bill that's trying to be pushed now through Florida. You can look it up. If you perform an abortion or receive an abortion, you can be punishable by a court system all the way up to the death penalty. They're trying to get that pushed through. And
that'll never get pushed through.
Of course it's not, but they're fucking trying.
Speaking of weird bills, I just popped my head. So, there's a certain representative from Indiana that's trying to get, it's Jim Lucas that we've talked about before.
Yeah, he's trying to get cannabis pushed through.
He's also trying to say journalists need to pay a licensing fee, that the cops need to license journalists because of how bad the journalism is. And I just found it highly ridiculous.
Yeah.
I just spent an hour reading this article, and they're like, so you want, they're like, because, well, if I have to license to have a gun or something like that, why you should license because, and the reporter goes, is this keyboard deadly if I type on it? He's like, if you type false information. I'm like, okay, if a person's putting out shitty information, turn the fucking channel.
Well, but the point is that like
somebody
the
will
news,
listen.
The news just doesn't report the fucking news anymore. Everybody has a fucking agenda that you like. Just tell me what the fuck's going on in this world. I don't need your fucking opinion.
I think local news is still okay in my
Oh
opinion.
our local news really still seems.
If you turn to CNN, Fox, MSNBC, and you're getting your news from them,
all pushing an agenda.
I tried to watch Tucker Carlson last night, and I almost stabbed myself in the face.
Oh God, you actually got past the title screen.
Well, no, actually, the guy he had on had the guy.
Oh no, man! Like there was a. I don't mean to step on your story.
No, you're fine.
There was a he did an interview with a lady who was a leader of an atheist group or something, and he did what Tucker Carlson always does. He just shouts over her, and ended it with my two other favorite arguments by hardcore theists is well, you can't disprove God. Well, and the look on the lady's face. I'm watching this, and like I said, you made it past the title screen, man. You're tougher than me because I had to watch this shit in increments, and I was drinking. So I'm watching this shit, and you can't disprove God, and this poor lady's just like, you appear in front of millions of people, and this is the route you're taking. Right? You're gonna do that.
Well, like if someone's like, do you believe in God? No, I'm an atheist. Why? Okay. Well, all right, cool. Like,
no, I mean that goes back to my point.
But we can't do this in this country. It's the same way we can't. We can't do it with gun control.
But I mean,
nothing. We just lose our mind. You're not like me, so I'm going to tell you why you need to be like me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And again, that's why it matters.
That's why I won't exercise or lose weight, because I don't want to be like the rest of you.
You don't want to be sexy and good looking like myself?
Oh man, my ego gets so fucking jacked up.
But no, I mean it does. I mean it comes back to you can believe whatever the fuck you want to believe, and I want to believe whatever the fuck I want to believe.
No, absolutely.
I mean, because we in this country, like, we're given that right.
But some people can't handle that freedom.
Well,
though.
I mean, but that's besides the point. I mean, it's. I'm allowed to believe what I want to believe.
Yeah.
And you're allowed to believe what you want to believe.
It was Leonardo da Vinci I was talking about.
Oh, Da Vinci, yeah. No, the thing is, it's like I said, it's not individuals. It's mass groups.
Yeah.
It's the mob.
Well, I just want to go to the grocery store. You don't have to like ask me and tell me I'm going to hell if I'm going to get a piece of bread. That happened the other day. Not a piece of bread, but I was buying a loaf. You just don't go and buy a piece. But
yeah, so when the fuck was the last time you went into the grocery store and bought a piece of bread?
How fucking broke are you? I can only afford one of these fuckers. All right, what is this? Divide it up for me.
I just have to make sure I buy one piece at a time. If not, I'll eat the whole loaf at once. I just want to admit it. But no, I walked in, they handed me a pamphlet and said, "You really should read this." And I'm always like, it's kind of like when we were downtown Indy.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. We were downtown Indy shooting the final shots of the little promo video we put out.
Yeah.
And we were standing on a fucking sidewalk by ourselves, just me and BJ, nobody around us. There were people ahead of us, right?
Yeah.
And I saw the dude coming and looked like a normal dude, you know, just looked like a businessman. That's what he looked like. And I'm setting, I'm trying to figure out the shot. I saw the guy. BJ's, had a better eye on him. I'm trying to figure out how we're going to shoot this. We're kind of talking through it. And this guy finally approaches us. And out of everybody on the sidewalk, he walked 2 fucking blocks.
Oh, wow.
To us. And what did he say? He goes, did he say, do you have a minute to talk about, or what?
He's like, hey, I know you guys are busy. I just want to give you these pamphlets here. And
it was a little miniature Bible that had, different, excerpts out of the Bible in this little bitty deal. We were the only fucking people he came up to.
Because you look like fucking heathens, I guess.
Maybe thought we were together.
We were sitting there trying to figure out how I was going to lay down in the middle of the road with fucking cars coming and try to figure out how to get this shot.
Fuck. It's ridiculous. And somebody I worked with recently with BJ challenged me to what everybody always does, but only I do my research. And so, point out a flaw in the Bible. My favorite one. My absolute favorite one, because that's when I'm like, okay, we're talking about books now. Now I can actually fucking show you. Yeah. Now it's no longer a matter of belief. Now it's here, read. So we're sitting here, and he goes, "Well, prove me wrong. Prove me that there is contradictions in the Bible." And I go, "Cool. I know you got a Bible app. Let me see it." No, I don't. You fucking motherfucker. Okay, so I download the goddamn app. I open up the fucking app, and I go, okay, right here, first chapter. God created man, then God created animals. Right? That's book 1, chapter 1, basic shit. Oh, book 2, chapter 2. Book 1, chapter 2. Oh, God created animals. Then he created people.
So it says this right back to back?
Yeah.
You're talking about Genesis.
Genesis, yes. Go ahead.
I'll look it up. You guys.
Hey, while he's looking this up, this is something else that bothers me right now.
Okay.
Weinstein got in trouble for being basically a raging maniac, right? So anybody he ever took a picture with, they're like, well, look at them, that happened with this sex offender or whatever. So just because you're friends with somebody doesn't mean that you condone what he does. Like, my father was in jail doesn't mean... I have plenty of photos with him. No, actually, I really don't. That's a sad story. But anyways... doesn't make me believe what he did was right. That's another thing about the perception, about the media. And I hate the media. I really do, majority of it.
You were seen in public one time in the same line as this guy buying McDonald's. So, no, you have to. You have to have been associated with the guy in some way.
Yeah, there's the first one book of Genesis.
Yeah, no, but it doesn't say that.
But you're talking about chapter 2, right?
No, that's it right there. Go down.
In the beginning.
Yeah, scroll down.
Yeah, but that's that's 1.
That's chapter 1. That's it.
Yeah, but it says in the beginning God created the heavens and the earth, and then what is this? So how do you? I don't even remember how you read that. And then the earth was formless and empty. Darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. 3, and God said, "Let there be light."
To absolutely no one like a maniac.
God said that the light was good, and he separated the light from the darkness. 5, God called light day, and the darkness he called night, and there was evening, and there was morning on the first day.
Yeah, it's down a little bit further.
Well, that's not, but he said it was in.
Yeah, it's in this one. Go down just a little bit further. Look for, there he is.
27, yeah.
27. So God created mankind in his own image. In the image of God he created them. Male and female he created them. 28. Where are we at? Back. So it's 2020. God said, let the water teem with living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth across the vaulted sky. So God created the great creatures of the sea and every living thing which the water teems and the moves about in it, according to their kinds, and every winged bird according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. God blessed them and said, be fruitful and increase in number and fill the water seas. Yeah.
And one of the biggest controversies that we've actually seen was Adam and Eve. They were the two first people on the earth, obviously, and then how did they populate the earth?
Well, no. See, that answers it. It just doesn't give a clear fucking answer. You see, according to the Bible, there was Adam and Eve. Then they had two sons, Abel and Cain. Then Abel and Cain got married to two women. Fill in the blank there, okay? I'm just gonna let you stew on that one.
So wait a minute. What now? Say it again. What'd you say?
There was Adam and Eve.
Okay.
They had two sons, Abel and Cain.
Okay.
Then
oh
Abel
shit!
and
Who
Cain.
had the other two? Who had the other two girls?
Oh, what? No, there can't be other two women if Adam and Eve and Abel and Cain were the only people on Earth. You see, kind of where the whole thing falls the fuck apart.
Huh?
Yeah.
I guess they fucked her mom.
Oh my god! Fucking A, man.
And that's the whole idea. I don't come from monkeys, god damn it. I come from God and incest.
Yeah, and that's where a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know that's something I want to fucking.
I got
follow.
a lot of fucking jokes I could say right here, but I'm really not going to.
Oh no, you should.
I'm not.
No,
I'm not,
you should.
I'm not going to.
Let
I'm
it
not
go.
going to do it.
10
I'm not
dead
gonna do it.
babies in a sack.
Nope, not going to do it.
Do it.
Nope, I'm past it. I'm over it now. The time has passed.
But yeah,
Time has
no,
passed.
it's there. It's right there, right in the beginning. There's already one contradiction, and it actually is the contradiction of the way the world was created. So you tell me exactly how this story is supposed to go. And the thing is that one of the great Christian scholars said, "Well, it's a telling of the same tale from two different angles." And I say, "Well, whose fucking angle was it? This is supposed to be the Word of God."
Yeah.
And on top of that, if this is a very significant thing, men then animals, or animals and men. If we're telling the same fucking story from different angles, I'm gonna say, "Hey, there's BJ. He's wearing a white shirt." You're going to say, there's BJ, he's wearing a white shirt and a cap. But you know what the fucking common factor is? We know exactly where BJ is, we determined where he is, and we're all fucking on the same page. So that's two different angles. But me saying BJ was sitting 2 chairs away from me versus you saying he was sitting right next to me. That's a contradiction. One of us has our story fucked.
Yeah. I am not the person to be discussing that.
Well, the biggest.
Where the fuck is Ian at?
No, it's not that. The biggest fear is everything being disproven and everything that we know,
What it is, and everybody falling apart.
and then everybody falling apart.
Because everybody that believes in God, and everybody who doesn't.
That's why some people have labeled religion as a conspiracy theory. They really have.
It's a cult. It really is a cult. I mean, and here's why it's a cult. Take away the word Christianity and take away God. All right? Now let's describe this. Ready? Once a week, people dress up and go to an altar and pray to an idol and offer offerings in money, cash, and promises in return for favors from this deity. On top of all of that, during one part of the ceremony, they drink blood and eat the flesh of this deity. How fucking creepy does that sound? And all I did was take God and Christianity out of it.
But that's only done in Catholicism, though.
Confirmation is done across a lot of Christian faiths.
I know, but I'm just saying is like I grew up Southern Baptist. We never did that.
Okay, wait. The still thing. You still dressed up. You still went to an idol. You still offered prayers and chants in return of favors and good fortune.
No, that's what I'm saying is, but I'm just saying not everybody takes communion and not everybody.
I threw it in there to include everybody.
But I get what you're saying. Like, I just went to this new church with my wife, right?
Yeah.
Totally different than any other church I've ever been in. No collections. They do no collections. You wear whatever you want. Free. They just, you walk in. There's food everywhere. There's like, it's the most different church I've ever been to. Right? It doesn't even feel like a church. It really doesn't.
Yeah.
That's what scared me more.
Because they're not creating a church, they're creating a community, and that's what I keep going back to.
Well, but it was all positive messages. It was really cool, and it actually made a good impact on stuff because Steph grew up Catholic her whole life.
Yeah,
and after mom passed, and I feel free. I'm okay to talk about this, but like she really questioned everything.
Yeah,
because like I said, someone who did nothing but good for everybody around them, and then just to be struck down out of nowhere, it really bothered her. It took her forever to shake that.
Yeah.
But she found a good community. I think that the key thing is, but if it's a community and you go to, but it is hard for a lot of people to believe in. Jim Cornette, one of my favorite podcasts I listen to.
Yeah,
he's an atheist.
Yeah,
and he's
hardcore too.
He's a little bit more brutal when it comes to that.
Oh, really?
Yes,
really brutal.
Like he takes a lot of shots at it. But that's one thing that even if people have their own beliefs, is. Because if people come at him, and that's one thing, is people will come at you once you say, well, I'm an atheist, and they're like, okay, well, I'm going to try to make you not be an atheist.
Yeah.
Just like, hey, I'm a Christian, like, I'm going to try to make you not be a Christian, and that's where kind of, it's kind of like, well, I'm a liberal, because there's a lot of labels and stuff like that are involved in it.
Yeah, no, and the thing is I'm not one of those people. I'm not one
But
of
you
those,
get challenged a lot.
I get challenged every time I say it. Like, it's just... It's ridiculous. I worked with a guy when I first started in Indiana at that company. The second the dude found out I was an atheist, he spent every waking moment we worked together trying to make me see the light.
Yeah.
It was
kind of like working with a porn star.
It was catastrophic, man.
You think you can, eventually get it your way.
Yeah, you eventually, yeah, but it was so terrible, right? And the worst part is, I'm like, okay, you know what? That's cool in the truck. I'll talk to you about it in the truck. He was also a flat earth, young earth kind of guy. So I was like, I'll talk to you about it in the truck all you want. All you want. I'll shoot down every fucking theory you got. And I'll show you the proof of it. And I'll do that every single time. But just shut the fuck up when we're in front of the customers. So we get to a customer's house, and this dude just keeps going. And we're trying to set up I think it was a dryer, right? And I'm here, and I'm like, okay, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. And the guy's like, oh, no, what about this? What about this? What about this? And I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And so we get inside, and the guy's like, oh, I heard you guys, we're getting a picture taken.
No,
So we get, and the guy's like, I heard you guys talking about,
First person ever.
Oh, no.
I heard you guys talking about religion. What's that about? And I was like, well, if you must know, I'm a non-believer. And this kid, the guy that I was working with, was like, yes, got another one on my side. Time to tag team him. So the guy's he goes, yeah, I know, right? He's a non-believer. And the guy tells me, he's like, man, how could you not believe in God? Look at this beautiful house. Look at my beautiful children. Look at the world around us. How could you just deny God when you look at so many beautiful things? And I go, well, because there's no room for God anymore. Your God is a God of the margins. And I'll explain that in a minute. Well, I'll get to that in a minute, but I told him, because there's no room for God anymore. Everything you see around you, somebody built. There was no divinity in that. Somebody built this house that we're sitting in right now. Somebody built it. This didn't just spring up because God wished it. And I told him, look at your beautiful children, man. And I don't mean to be crude in front of them, but there was no God in that bedroom when you created them.
I don't know. I like to say it's a miracle.
Well, it's a
least that's
miracle
why I
that
get
you
told.
got into the bedroom, maybe, but
my kids are miracles. If it wasn't for tequila, they wouldn't be here.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, I
The
told
comment card on the other night on the nightstand says, Allah, miracle.
Yeah.
So, that's, and I told him that. And I was like, look at everything around you. I told him, look at your education. Look at the job you're working now. God didn't put that knowledge into it. You did. You put that fucking knowledge into your head. You worked the hours. You raised the money for the down payment on this house. For the food on your children's plates. You did that. There was no God involved. I told him, you don't fucking wake up in the morning and say, hey, thank my neighbor Larry. He blessed me with a working lawnmower. No, you bought that fucking lawnmower. Why the fuck are you going to give credit to him? Why the fuck would you give up credit for the things that you've done, that you've worked so hard for, that you've put yourself through? Why would you just give that credit away? Why? Really? Answer that. Why would you do that? Would you do that? Would you give your success to Q? Everything that you've done in your life, everything you own right now, would you just say, you know what? Fucking thank you. He did all this for me.
He's helped.
Yeah.
But when you're the one that did it, you're the one that saved the money, put the effort in, put the college hours in. Who did that? And why would you give up that thanks? Why would you give up that credibility?
Well, but I think that, the Bible is, teaching you to be a good person.
No, it ain't.
Oh, I think so. Well, okay, so why not?
No, you cherry pick. Period. You cherry pick.
Well, but you're not?
No, I'm not.
How are you not?
All religions are bad in my eyes. There is not a single
all religions
Yeah,
are
no,
bad.
there is not a single fucking religion in my eyes that is good. Not a single one. They're all poison. They're all cancer, and they've all hurt people. All of them have.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So therefore, no, I don't cherry pick. I look at the Bible for what it is. It is a collection of fictional tales. Period. And it's a bad one at that.
But how many? I understand that, but there's a lot of fictional tales. You can get a lot of good things out of those fictional tales.
Absolutely, man. But there's not one of those fictional tales that you get good stuff out of that is claimed to be written by divinity. Stephen King, he can write a mean book, bro, and you can get some cool morals out of him.
The Beggar and the Diamond.
But
That was one that he wrote.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. You know the author.
Yeah.
He's Stephen King.
Yeah.
He doesn't claim to be God. And on top of all of that, you know what else is messed up about the Bible? When was the last book added? Let's see if you guys can answer that.
There hasn't been one, has there?
Oh yeah, there was. No, nobody know the answer.
It's a
It's a 3,000-year-old book, right? Except for the Book of Mormon, which was added in 1873.
The Book of what?
Book of Mormon.
Well, the Mormons just kind of did their own little thing there.
No, Mormonism was created by Joseph Smith
yeah.
Yeah.
from the ground up. It was added to the Bible in 1873.
So they added a whole different religion as a book?
Yeah.
Why the fuck would they do
Well,
that?
it's like the point of it is you can interpret anything. Anybody can interpret anything they want.
Yeah.
Same way with Scientology. The same way with Mormon. And they basically they interpreted a certain way, and then they went this way with it.
No.
I'm not putting Mormons and Scientology in the same thing.
You should. They're
But-
equally nuts.
But I'm saying is though, like the more you read about Scientology, like that's an evil empire. It's kind of like the Yankees. That's for you, Asian. And Jeremy's a big Yankees fan. Anyways, but you can interpret that.
I'm aware.
You can interpret that book in a good way if you can look at that and say, okay, I can get some out of this positively. I can impact on. So, and religion as a whole, it has really hurt the world. We know it has. Because there's people that believe in if I kill all these innocent people, then I want to end up being Bob. So.
But that's just it. When
I gotta piss. Carry this on.
All right.
When you look at a bad tale, it's a bad fucking tale. Period. All right. If I tell you I want to rape you to death, are you going to interpret that as, oh, he thinks I'm pretty?
No, but I can. There's a lesson I can learn out of that.
Yeah. Don't fucking get near me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Anybody can interpret anything anyways. Someone can look at that wall and say, well, that's a gray wall. Well, it's kind of a slate. You know what I'm saying?
But that's a matter of perspective, not fact.
Yeah.
The fact is that religion tells you how to live, what to believe, who to kill. Period.
Yeah, but I'm saying, most civilized people can look at that and know like the difference between that because
Then you're cherry picking.
No, I'm not. I'm not saying this has nothing to. You can cherry pick. Everybody cherry picks everything. Everybody cherry picks the laws. They do how they interpret the laws. They cherry pick. Everybody cherry picks how they look at everything. So that's us as a society. That's not just religion. It's us as a society.
But once again,
we cherry pick. We cherry pick who. So we look at our president, right?
Yeah.
So we cherry pick everything he either does right or wrong. There's no in between.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Is that's the society that we live in.
Okay, but that's just it. Once again, all of that stuff, human personal stuff that we've made. There's only one thing in this entire argument that is supposed to be the literal word of God. The indisputable word of God. There's only one thing in that, and it ain't the fucking president. It ain't our Constitution. It ain't our laws. What it is the Bible. The Bible is literally supposed to be the literal word of God.
I know. I get that. I get that 100%.
So then how are you supposed to interpret that if it is the 100% literal word of God? There isn't supposed to be an interpretation. There isn't. Not if it's literally the word. Final. There's the period. The word.
Yeah, because the reason is because we're humans.
Well, the reason is because it's not a good book.
Well,
and it's not a good organization. And you know what? I'm not saying that believing in God is bad.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that because you know what? I don't care what you believe. What I'm here to fight about, what I'm here to talk about is how religion holds us back as a society. And that's just it. Like I told you.
We use it as a crutch and we use it to get votes.
Yeah.
No, I agree. Organized religion is very, very, very flawed. But I don't want to say because there are good people that go. So
Yeah.
by taking a whole thing and saying it that way, that's where I wouldn't do that.
I would.
But
because all it takes is one word from the right person to turn that good person bad.
No, there's not. I mean, if then you're weak-minded to begin with. If you believe everything you read and everything you see, then you're weak-minded as an individual, anyways.
Well, I mean, I'm not the one who believes in a 3,000-year-old fairy tale. I mean that's just it, man. You can't say that without including yourself.
But yeah, no, I understand that. But if you're taught your whole life to believe a certain way, then that's what you're going to believe, right?
No, I was taught to be Catholic my whole life.
But what I'm saying is, but we're also, it's 2017, right? Yeah. We have more technology we can check on, right? We have more ways to fact check. People that grew up in the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s, like at that moment in time, there wasn't that much media for it. Like
right.
That's all you were taught, and I agree with that. The more that we're getting older, we're like, well, we start to question things, and I agree with that 100%.
And you should. And the thing is that at one point in time, we're going to question everything. We are, and it's just our nature of how we're going to question it. To what extent we're going to question it. And this is going back to the whole God of the margins things that I mentioned earlier. In the 30s, 40s, 50s, 20s, 1800s, 1900s, we had a very large margin between science and life.
Uh-huh.
Every time we discover something, that margin gets smaller. Every time a truth is proven or disproven, that margin gets smaller. Before, that margin was wide enough and big enough for you to fit God into it. Well, how did that tree get there? God. No, actually, that tree got there through migration of leaves. And it landed there, and it planted there, and that's how it grew. That margin just got smaller.
You mean seeds, not leaves, right?
No, seeds carry leaves.
No, but...
Or leaves carry seeds, too.
Yeah.
But it's the migrations of fauna and flora.
Yeah.
That make you feel better?
Yeah. Because I was like, leaves.
Yeah, there's the ones with the big fat seeds right at the end.
Yeah, then I was like, oh, seeds. Okay. No, I understand what you're saying, but it's almost midnight.
So the thing is that margin gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and
that's why the percent, and we're going to end on this,
but
that's why the percent of people who believe has went down, and more people believe in the theory of evolution has went up since 2013.
Yeah, and we're currently sitting at 24% nons in the United States. And the thing is that I want that to be more, and I want people to, and in the end, I want love, and I want progress. You can't have those with people that you are willing to shut your argument down with their belief. You can't have it.
But you're also saying that people should be a certain way, though, and that's why.
No, I'm saying
you
that.
Just said that's kind of what you said, though. Like you're saying was like, I want this to grow bigger like that, and that's fine. But that's also taking a lot of the good people that may believe in a 3,000-year-old book.
Yeah.
That are great people.
Yeah.
That they have no negative effect on society, and we're saying like 10 to 20% of people. Like, there's no percent you can put on them, right? There's not. But what I'm saying is, it's like, they want to believe, cool. But there are a lot of areas where we need to fix both ways.
Well, and like I said, I want more of those nuns, and I want that number to expand. simply because that means less people have less bigotry, and it comes to the indoctrination. There's the reason that has exploded is because of indoctrination and the lack thereof. So I want that. I want kids to decide. And I should have expanded on that. You're correct.
Yeah, that's what
I should have expanded on that. I want kids to be born, because everybody's born an atheist. Everybody's born an atheist. It isn't until somebody tells us.
I wouldn't say that everybody's born an atheist. I would say I would more likely say everybody's born a nun.
No, you are born
born without belief.
No, because you don't know.
No, because exactly.
I knew what I
So
was
you
when the
would be-
doctor
so you
cut
would-
it.
So you would be a so you would be a nun.
Yeah.
So you'd be born a nun, not a atheist.
Well, one
because
without,
an atheist is technically somebody who doesn't believe in God.
Exactly.
A nun is
When
somebody
you're
who doesn't
born-
believe in anything.
but I'm saying you're born without belief. I mean, you have
you're
no
born
belief.
without belief.
Yeah.
You're born.
So
You
that
are
would
born
be
an
an-
atheist.
But no, but then there's not 24% of fucking nuns in this country. They're all
What he's
there's
saying is
24% of fucking
atheist is a belief. So what I'm saying is you're born with a clean blank slate.
which would be a nun.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
None, right. Clean.
No, nuns have no affiliation whatsoever. Not to atheism, not to Christianity.
So then that's a fucking newborn.
Is it not?
But no, a lot
What
of
do you
them.
mean no?
Because a lot
That's
of them
exactly what you just said.
a lot of them still believe in a higher power.
At newborns?
No, nuns. They have no affiliation. Affiliation is different from belief. Affiliation. Anyway, affiliation is different from belief.
Yeah.
Affiliation means that they don't side with any side. What they believe is totally up to them, and sometimes they believe in a god, sometimes they don't. But
Can we get off of the fucking religion shit?
Yeah.
Okay.
But what I was
Let's
saying.
talk about something that's fucking funny, or at least interesting. Because
No.
I'd say at a fucking hour and 40 minutes into this motherfucker, there's some people that's done shut this bitch off.
I'm so sorry about that.
No, you're fine.
no, they've done. I mean, trust me. But I mean,
It's happened before.
no, but I thought it was very thought provoking. I really enjoyed it because
It is.
There's
I mean,
a lot. There's certain parts I'm with him on.
Yeah.
And other parts are not. Probably because there's a lot of people that I know that are good people, and there's parts of it where I know like a lot of it with how they've handled a lot of things throughout the years, how they've blocked science, stopped science.
Yeah.
But our ultimate goal should be that for the betterment of everybody. But right now is like we were talking about Mark making a joke earlier, but two of my good friends are gay.
Yeah.
And to say that you two are going to hell, I'm like, why? To me, that's my point. Yeah.
On that point there, here's what I think. And I know one of our listeners, Mr. Page, is going to, I questioned him on this one time when we were in college. And this will be the final point, and we're going to move on to some other shit, I promise. But, and I said, we were talking about gay marriage.
Right.
And I said, why does it matter what I think? I said, why does it matter? Why should I be the one to fucking judge? Suppose, according to the Bible, like, we're not supposed to judge anybody. We're supposed to love thy brother. We're supposed to leave it up to, God to decide who is damned to hell and who is saved, right? I mean, is that correct?
Most of it, yeah.
I mean, according to the Bible.
For the most part, yeah.
Thou shalt not judge is big in there in bold letters, I think, somewhere.
So we're not supposed to judge. And he said, but we are supposed to.
It's part of the teachings of, I think it was Joseph and Jesus. It was that judge not lest they be judged.
So I said we're not supposed to judge. And he said no, but he said we're supposed to preach the good word. That's what he said to me. And that set with me. And I was like, okay. But then I see, like,
how is that a good word? That's my question.
Well,
and you know what? Come on, I'm sorry.
I know.
I stepped on it. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna lose it. So, it's like I see, and I'm someone who believes in God. I'm someone who all this tonight. All this is meant to do is to strike up a conversation.
And then be able to be
to
in
have the people that listen to this
Yeah.
to have a conversation. That's all it is.
And we're gonna walk out of this room.
We're gonna fucking shake
I'm gonna
hands
smoke
and-
a heater. We're gonna laugh. Say, hey, that's
I'm
cool.
I'm probably gonna grab his ass.
Because-
I'm not sure.
because-
I'm hoping.
But I'm probably that's probably what's going to happen. But here's the deal. So, my problem with all of it is that we're not supposed to fucking judge. Right? I mean that's what it says. That's what the Bible says. We're not supposed to fucking judge. We're supposed to leave that shit up to God, right? But yet, and I know I'm going to catch a whole lot of shit for this fucking statement, but you can all kiss my ass. I don't care. When have I ever? We deny, gay marriage. We deny all this shit, right? And it's like, fucking whatever. It goes back to the Bible. We're not supposed to fucking judge. It's not our job. It is our job to love that cocksucker, no matter how many cocks he puts in his mouth or how much pussy she licks. We're not supposed to judge. We're supposed to love that person no matter what.
I have no, and this is an AP and Q know me really well. They know like dark secrets, whatever. And I'm being honest, I have no room to judge.
No, I mean none of us do.
I mean, there's a difference between.
No, I mean none of us do.
Yeah,
I've been addicted to drugs. I've been addicted to alcohol. Let's go ahead and fucking announce it right now.
I'm currently addicted to alcohol.
As of Monday, when this podcast comes out on Monday, I'm going a month free on alcohol.
Good for you.
I know, this has been on another fucking podcast with Rogan and Bert Kreischer and all these guys, but Joe Rogan said something in the podcast he just did this week about how, it's good to take a month off, and I'm like, fuck. I'm doing too much.
That must be
Like,
why my
I
wife
shouldn't-
hasn't slept with me. She
like,
took a month off.
Your fucking cock's addictive.
I've heard that.
It's big.
It's been on the comment card too.
It's big. But, that really sit with, because I come home at night, we'll put the kids to bed, and I come into the studio and I edit pictures or video, or we shoot video, or we do something. Always have a fucking cocktail. Always. I'm having some tonight, fucking Deadman's had some tonight.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to take a fucking month off and see what the fuck happens.
Yep.
Just see what happens. I've only taken a month off once in the last 4 years.
I'm proud of you, and I'll make sure.
You might see things differently.
I might.
Yeah.
This
Different
podcast might
perspectives.
change because I'm going to be fucking lit every time we do it.
But
let's-
changed. They lost a little bit of the humor.
alrighty, kids, we're gonna switch.
So
over here.
let's switch it up. Let's get into some
real
other shit.
fast here. Actually, iPhone is trying to. I read this on Mashable. In 2020, they're actually going to be trying to make the iPhone be able to be flip, the whole screen flip, so you can close it.
So we're going back to fucking flip phones.
No, well, yeah, but they're going to make it with a screen. Well, I think it's to also help because if you put it in your pocket, so it's not easily as breakable.
Oh.
Samsung's supposed to roll it out in 2018, but actually iPhone's been working with LG in South Korea on the technology. Now, since it is October, and October's a nice pagan holiday, right?
Isn't it fucking titty month?
Wait, are you
it's-
talking? Oof.
Isn't it
That's-
October's for the boobies?
Yes.
What,
It used to be Proctober.
Yeah.
Then we got moved back to November.
It's always on the backside.
well, that's
but
how they get in.
so you can actually get yeah, I know it. Speaking of that, ghost hunting apps. So there are actual ghost hunting apps that people
Yeah, I saw
swear by.
that. Yeah.
There
We
is-
are doing that shit.
There's IEMF app. There's Ghost Detector app. So just go on there, and there are people that swear by it. Like people, like most of it, it says it's for entertainment.
Yeah, it's sold as literally it's sold as a game. Like I saw it. I saw it. It was a YouTube video. This, but oh my god! Like it's I'm like, dude, that's you haven't started the app yet. That's the scream.
So hey, hold on, real quick before we get going. I turned the fan on. Can anybody hear it?
I haven't
No.
noticed it.
Okay, good deal.
We're trying something new.
Wait, was the flop sweat too much for you?
Well, it just like our fucking thermos. Like it's. Well, I mean, it's at this point in time. It's fucking after. It's Sunday. and my kids are asleep, and I didn't want to like crank the air down, so I was like, well, let's try to kick this fucking fan on, see if it helps.
In newlywed news, family shame after newlyweds perform sex act in front of Greek monastery and picture goes viral.
So, is that the blowjob?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually an idea. That was an idea by the bride's mom. Like, if you want to keep him happy, blow him. That's actually what she said. So they made it part of their wedding pictures per the mom's suggestion.
But she's blowing the dude?
Yeah.
But
So here's the thing that when I was growing up, I won't say when I was growing.
top picture.
Oh shit,
Is that it?
she's sucking dick.
Yeah, that's the one.
So when I joined the workforce, I had an older dude, loved him to death. I swear to God, when he put his sunglasses on, he looked like Dale Earnhardt. I'm not even shitting, mustache, everything.
Nice.
Love this dude.
Could you make right turns okay?
He struggled a little bit. Left was he was
yeah,
really
I was
good
gonna
at
say,
left.
What about the left?
He was
That's what
really
counts.
really good at left. Man, we could hug turns.
How
like
dare here
crazy.
make fun? Three.
Three
3 for life.
for life. But he always said, because I talked about marrying my now wife, because we were together back then, and his first thing with me, the first time I ever said it to him, I was like, I think it's somebody I want to marry,
Right.
and he goes, well, you know why women smile when they're coming back down the aisle, right? I was like, no, man. I was like, I thought there was like some great fucking information coming.
Right.
Me as a young dumb kid, I thought
Bestow this wisdom upon me.
exactly. I thought, all right, man, I'm getting ready to hear, the fucking facts of life, And I said, no. I said, why, man? And he goes, because they know that they've given their last blowjob.
Oh no.
And I go, no, come on, man. I love blowjobs.
You're sitting there looking at yourself and do I call her now or do I call her before?
Should I call her?
But
Be like,
because of this picture,
Yeah.
they banned all foreign weddings at that real cool church.
no shit.
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of U.S. people have fucked up a lot of things overseas lately. Apparently, there's something called
We're good at that.
beg packing.
What?
Beg packing is now a thing. These college students, 20s, excuse me, they'll go overseas with little to no money, backpack across Europe, and the way they fund the thing is they sit on corners and beg.
Oh
They
shit.
And now it's called-
panhandle.
Panhandle.
Yeah, they panhandle, but it's called beg packing. And
Oh,
now
shit.
most governments over there, Italy, France, London, and a couple other places, Spain, they're looking to outlaw it.
Dude, that's
No
dangerous. I
shit.
mean, I know everybody's like, let's backpack through Europe and
Oh, yeah.
experience. I'm always afraid of hostile, like something like
Yeah.
that happening.
I've seen the movie.
Yeah.
I'm afraid of getting fucked in the ass by somebody
Human centipede.
that I don't okay.
My greatest thing would be if it was human centipede, like you would be attached to the back of Q.
I'll be attached to. Holy shit!
And then you know
Like with my dick in his ass?
no. Have you ever seen
Oh.
Human Centipede?
I don't guess.
No,
Does that
they-
mean I'm eating his ass?
Yeah, they sew your face to his ass.
Oh God!
Yeah.
Don't eat corn. Don't eat corn.
And then I'm gonna force feed him tornadoes, baby.
Oh God! That means I'm getting straight fucking diarrhea right in the mouth. Right in the mouth.
The
Hershey
spicy chili
squirts.
nacho kind.
Yeah. The ranchero.
There you go.
And the other thing is, porn publisher Larry Flint offers $10 million for dirt to impeach Donald Trump.
Well, since we're on Donald Trump, why don't you like Donald Trump?
Why don't I like Donald Trump? Honestly, the guy's an idiot. And
Well,
don't
that's
get me
pretty
wrong.
fucking obvious.
And I was going to say, don't get me wrong. I liked Obama, but I didn't support him either.
Yeah.
I didn't support Bush. I have a hard
What the
time.
fuck do you support?
No, honestly, I support a lot of local people. I like local people more than I like other people.
Well, obviously.
And the problem with Obama was, yeah, he was charismatic, he was cool. I just disagreed with so many of his fucking policies, and it wasn't until right at the end where I was finally like, okay, you're finally doing something good.
What
You
did he?
know,
What did he? What like
What did
in,
he
in
do
your
good?
mind? What did he do good? Like
Gay-
not like attacking you. I'm just
gay
saying.
marriage.
Okay.
That was a big fucking thing. How about the regulations for environmental control,
Okay.
Which
That
are all
was-
gone.
which are now all gone? The Affordable Care Act, which was butchered by so many fucking people on both the right and the left, the initial thing was good. and I liked it, and I was for it. I'm too fucking poor to afford anything. Right
now they canceled this. Was the subsidiaries? To the
Well, but
that's
not going to happen till.
So he did some good things, okay, granted, whatever. The thing is that I know a lot about how the government works, and I know a lot about certain things, certain departments and chains of command and so on and so forth. So when this whole election rolled around and I started hearing all this blame being thrown around, and I'm just like, that's great, you're vilifying somebody, but you're not exactly vilifying the correct people here. Like when who was the brain surgeon, the black guy?
Oh yeah,
shit,
director of housing now.
Yeah,
our urban and development.
Fuck, what's his name?
Carlson?
No,
yeah, it's yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
That fucking dude, man. I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, Ben Carlson.
Is it Ben Carlson? I don't know.
There's something like that.
Something Carlson. The guy. I was like, yes, we're gonna have this guy, Ben Carson.
Carson.
We're gonna have a mind of science in there. We're gonna have somebody that's for science and medicine. We're gonna have that in there. This dude started talking, and I'm like, who let this dude out of the crayon box?
I'm here to talk about. I'm like, dude.
No, he was like, I don't have facts to back this up because God told me, and I was like, God damn it! And it wasn't even the God thing.
You say God damn it a lot for not believing in God.
Well, I mean, it's something unbelievable.
Surely you'd have another word, right?
No, it's unbelievable.
We do set an all new record.
Well, we have this episode for sure. We're gonna get a fucking count on this one.
Oh, I saw that dude talk though, and I was just like, oh no.
Oh, by the way, this is my favorite thing today. Trump says he met with the president of the Virgin Islands. He is the president. He is the president of the Virgin Islands.
The U.S. Virgin Islands.
I was listening to the speech today, and I was like, "Oh, bro."
The thing is, another reason I don't like him is honestly, one, his hypocritical stance on Christianity. He's not a Christian. He's not. In his book, he even admits outright to being an atheist.
So he's a politician.
Yeah, he's a politician, so he's playing the Christian
so he has
card.
to be.
But that's just it, and so that's another reason I don't like him.
Yeah,
I'm like, dude, I see what you are.
Yeah.
See what you are. On top of all of that, all these promises that I'm looking at, even when he was on the campaign trail, and I'm like, how the fuck are you going to keep that?
Yeah,
I'm going to lock Hillary up. For what? They already tried twice.
Yeah.
What can you do from the fucking seat of power that you're going to have that they didn't?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna replace and repeal. How? You don't know fuck all about healthcare.
Yeah.
You're a fucking businessman. Do you even offer healthcare in your businesses? Like, do you even know that much? And and the thing is I'm looking at this and I'm like, how is he gonna do it? Who's gonna advise him? And then he starts picking other. I'm going to drain the swamp. That was a big thing for me.
Yeah.
I'm going to drain the swamp. I was like, you know what? At least do that. At least get rid of these long-term senators, these dudes that have been making laws for 60 years.
Yeah.
Do that. Yeah. I want that.
Oh yeah.
Because Bernie Sanders was going to do that. He was going to impose term limits. He was going to drain the swamp. And I'm like, do that. Yes. You know what? Okay, fine. If you do anything, do that.
Yeah.
Now we got Goldman Sachs executives, Wells Fargo executives, other billionaires right now that are sitting in office in the White House.
Yeah.
How the fuck was that draining the swamp?
But don't you think those are of course this goes back to shit you don't believe in, but don't you feel like those are people who can't be controlled because they are fucking billionaires?
Yeah, they have people to answer to. And that's the thing. They have people to answer to us.
Yeah, so which means they can't be controlled by the fucking elitist who control this fucking world.
Yeah, they can.
See, I don't think they do, though.
I don't know, because of the one thing about Trump I do enjoy, he's like, I have a higher IQ than him. And you're like,
it's a joke show.
You employed Tillerson to foreign relations, and you just mocked him on national television for being an idiot.
Yeah.
I mean, at least he's.
But didn't a lot of that shit get twisted in the fucking media?
No.
Not on that one.
No, from what Trump was told though.
Yeah. No, Tillerson straight out called him a fucking moron.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, no, there was no mincing of words there. He called him a fucking moron. And the thing, and that's the thing is, like, once again, I'm looking at this.
Side note: I don't watch the news anymore.
I don't watch the news either. I catch all this shit secondhand.
Yeah.
I watch The Amazing Atheist, T.J. Kirk. You ever heard of him?
No.
You should check him out.
I'm not an atheist.
Well, his nickname was The Amazing Atheist. Now he's just T.J. Kirk.
I get on mine from the Taco Bell guy. I'm like, hey, what's happening?
yeah?
I see him all the time.
Uh-huh.
He just like he's on like this
You got
dark
cheesy
web.
gordita crunch.
He's on the dark web.
Like, hey man, here's your cheesy gordita crunch. You know,
And
by the
news,
way,
CNN
this is
conspiracies.
happening in fucking North Korea today.
Oh, by the way, though, from 1909 to 2014, the Cubs had a total of 18 postseason wins. Since Madden took over as manager in 2015, they have won 17 postseason games.
Fuck yeah!
And they
I
lost
know I'm
tonight.
about to get a new hat,
They lost tonight, though.
new Cubs hat.
That's
They
why
lost. They fucking
It's
lost.
game 1 of 7 series. They lost to
They were 2-2 in the sixth.
Kershaw. That's fine. They expect to lose game 1 against Kershaw.
Okay, so anyway, so let's get off this Trump shit. I mean,
I just started talking about baseball.
No, I know. It was an excellent segue. Excellent segue. High five. Slap hands. Awesome. So you also we have an episode that if you want to go back and listen to it is a Flat Earth episode.
Oh.
I'm not sure what that one's called because
Flat
I think
Earth.
I named 2 of them Flat Earth.
We named them Flat Earth.
You named them
We're-
Flat
we're-
Earth.
We're
Just to
trying
get
to
down
theory
low.
out.
Yeah.
Well, listen, all of them, they're all great episodes.
They are all great episodes.
We're coming out with their own coloring book here soon.
We are. It's an adult coloring board.
Board?
Adult coloring book. It has nothing but penises in it. But
I want one.
oh well, I'll fucking send you one, man, for free.
But we need pictures set to AP's Twitter so we can kind of map
Yeah,
out.
We
and
need all
my
the
Twitter
penises.
is at the BJ Robbins.
My DMs are always open.
But we are fucking 2 hours into this. Do you
Which-
realize this?
Yeah, I think this is a great episode, and then we'll have.
We're gonna have TC back.
I think we should just skip the 3-parter, just go straight for TC.
You just wanna go 1, 2?
I mean, TC's had plenty of time to be on here and talk.
Yeah, you could have came here tonight.
Yeah, he could have came here tonight.
Yeah.
But I'm glad we didn't.
It would have been 4 hours.
We would have been 4 hours just on atheism.
Like me and you would have left already, and they'd still be talking.
No, I wouldn't have left. Well, yeah, you would have left. I'd have been in the bedroom drinking
Talking about Trent, right?
vodka. Huh? Well, yeah, oh yeah. Well, because TC was going to come, but yeah, Trent with the Flat Earth. But so what I want to do is let's get to some shit because we are fucking 2 hours into this podcast. It's going to be the longest damn podcast ever for us. So let's do Flat Earth.
Yeah.
And we'll save it. Let's go through it as quickly as possible, and let's try to get into the conspiracy.
Okay.
Some conspiracy.
We'll
stuff.
tackle a couple of conspiracies real quick.
So let's.
Well, once again, I think I wanted to open the show with the Earth isn't fucking flat.
No, it is absolutely not. Nobody here believes that.
No.
Nobody here believes that, and you know what? Thank you. Oh, it is painful to hear some of this shit sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
And the thing is that I showed you guys a video
Yep.
before this podcast started.
We watched the video.
And according to Trent, there is a conspiracy set up by nations, like 100 and something years ago, that he didn't have the information for. And I'm thinking that if you come to a podcast trying to present an idea, you should have the information. But I looked it up. It was like 160 years ago. A bunch of nations got together and signed a treaty saying that they'll never reveal that the Earth is flat. And I found it hilarious because some of the nations they named, 1, no longer exist, or 2, never existed in the first place.
Well, that was actually the I looked it up. It was a treaty for Antarctica.
Yeah, it was a treaty
That
for Antarctica.
they can't inhabit it.
You cannot inhabit
Yeah.
it, but in that treaty, they named the nation of Antarctica.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't,
exactly.
yeah, I don't remember.
What?
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. So anyways, getting back to it. just part of this Illuminati and the governments and all the governments. So I showed AP and BJ. I said, okay, so let me ask you something. What part of the government, what part of the Illuminati, what part of this global conspiracy do 5th graders reside in?
None.
You sure?
Yeah.
I mean, 5th graders got to get something out of the Illuminati. No, they fucking don't. They don't exist in the Illuminati because the Illuminati doesn't exist in the first place. And I showed AP and BJ the video where they actually launch a bear
Yep.
that anybody can do.
like a weather balloon type.
Yeah, it was a weather balloon.
Yep.
And they launched it up to, what was it, 25
Yeah,
kilometers,
it was-
28 kilometers
it
in the air?
was A lot. Yeah.
You could see the curvature of the Earth.
Yeah.
And they recovered the camera. They published the footage.
Now I'm gonna go ahead and say, because I feel like I need to say this because this is one of the points that was brought up during that episode that I pointed out, and he said, well, it's because it was a GoPro. Well, just like I said during this video, that GoPros have 3 different settings on them.
Yep.
One of them is the fisheye that everybody knows that makes everything seem really fucking close and all this shit, right? And then there's a medium. Like, it's literally, it says medium, right?
Yeah.
So it's a less of a fisheye. And, it also narrows the angle of view. So it's not so wide, it brings it in. So it turns it into a little bit more of a normal lens.
Yeah.
Well, then it has a fucking narrow version, which takes away all the fisheye, and it is just a straight-on version, and you have less peripheral view. So it is a straight-on version. So we watched this video. I can clearly tell that this is the narrow just because of there's no fisheye effect.
No.
They send this fucking balloon up with a teddy bear attached to it and a fucking GoPro camera on some kind of little rig that they've built, and it clearly shows the curvature of the fucking Earth.
So yeah, and when I first met Trent and I disproved him, and his whole thing was that the moon and the sun are the same size, because that's the only way that the moon could block out the sun during an eclipse. And I said, okay, well, I'll tell you what, put your thumb up in front of that lamp right there, move it back and forth until it covers the light.
Yeah.
By your logic, your thumb is the size of the light.
Yeah.
Oh well, there's other things too. There's other evidence. No, there fucking isn't.
Well, and here was another point that according to the flat earthers that they've never been able to prove. I was like, where the fuck does the sun go then?
Yeah, no, like according to them, it's a shade. It's a shade, and the moon is a hologram. Yeah, get that.
Q just gave that what the fuck look.
Yeah, it's a shade. It's a shade on the side of the sun that rotates around the dome that's above the earth that was placed there by God.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, the Antarctica Treaty was actually basically used that it was private property, that they didn't want you to do mining operations. It was basically it was a peaceful place that all it could be used was for. It could never be used as a place of like war or something. Doesn't make
Did you hear
sense.
that too?
Yeah.
The pop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
That's the Illuminati. I mentioned them by name. They're hacking us.
I still believe there's societies out there of 1% very rich people that still make all the decisions, and all of this is just arbitrary. Really.
I do too.
And part of it, yeah. I mean, because think about it. If they get rid of the inheritance tax, then all that wealth be constantly inherited, and then eventually all the money will be just tied into just a group of people.
Yeah, a certain group of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still I'll be dead by then, so
yeah.
Let the other people worry about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, everything ain't fucking flat. There ain't no fucking dome, and it's not a fucking pillars.
Well, the and I mean, not to bash Trent. I mean, no. I mean,
Trent's
I'm
an awesome guy.
not doing this at all. I mean, I fucking love Trent. He amuses the shit out
But
of
he's
me.
the same.
funny
But
as
he's the
fuck.
same way as him, though. Like he literally wants to physically go see it and be.
I mean, he does. Yeah. Oh, he absolutely does. I mean, he wants. He's like, I believe this so far. Like, let's fucking show me.
Yeah.
Prove it.
Prove it.
I mean, that's how he thinks. And it's like one of the videos that he showed us. Remember with the rocket?
The rocket that hits the dome.
That hits the dome. Have you actually looked at the numbers? Like when that dude hits the fucking dome, right? That some bitch is still traveling fucking 1,500 miles an hour.
Yeah, I've watched the
And
video.
there's no jar in that camera when it fucking hits.
There's no stop. There's no interruption.
Exactly.
And you know what's even worse is
if the thing
debris
fucking stopped.
flows.
If the thing stopped, the fucking camera, no matter how good a fucking mount you had on that fucking camera would jar. There's no jar.
Yeah.
It's fluid. It's a fluid fucking movement till it stops and starts to float back down to the earth.
Yeah, it sounds like
it does not ricochet.
It has like a liquid sound when it does it too. It's real weird.
Well, there's no ricochet.
Yeah.
I mean, anything, no matter
It's
if
airflow.
you shoot a fucking bullet into a fucking round bowl, that bitch is gonna fucking ricochet.
Yeah.
That thing, it doesn't. It fucking stops and goes straight back down to the bottom,
Yeah.
back down to the earth.
It's not an angle change. It's not an
No.
abrupt stop. It's
There's
just
nothing. Yeah.
and that's it. So, anyways, let's go on to the conspiracy.
Let's get on to
theory thing.
conspiracies.
I wanted to talk specifically about the one that affected you guys, because you guys were the ones that actually kind of got into it too. Was the Bohemian Grove?
Oh, okay.
And I looked it up, and I've known about it for a long time. I don't know. That's me.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
We're good.
I've known about it for a long time, thanks to Alex Jones. But the second anybody says InfoWars, they lose all credibility with me. Like any credibility they might
That
have.
motherfucker's crazy as shit.
No, dude, they're fuck crazy.
Did you listen to him and Rogan?
Oh god.
Interstellar child molesters.
I saw them and they were taking the babies and they were attacking them and they were stabbing them. The baby's defending itself and they were eating the babies. I love you, Satan. I love you.
Alex, I want you to be very calm about this and tell me where exactly the fuck you saw this and
Yeah.
why you don't have video of it. Like, anyways, Bohemian Grove. I love this shit. I loved it because I heard about him talking about it. You know what?
Bohemian Grove, they're all making the world policies. And that's all, it's all fucking aluminum.
I'm like, okay, dude, you chill the fuck out.
That's a pretty good impression.
Yeah. So I was like, and then I heard you guys talking about, the Bohemian Grove is disgusting. It's a horrible thing. And I'm like, what? Like, what? Hold on. I did my research, and I looked past all of it. And when I do research, I take everything with a grain of salt because everything is secondhand reporting.
Oh yeah.
And I come to find out that most of these tales that people tell about the giant thing in the forest and the fire and they were worshiping. Yeah, okay. The dude that claimed he saw that never fucking worked there.
Okay.
Well, no, he was an employee.
Yeah.
Remember, according to the stories,
yeah.
He was an employee.
Yeah.
It was there. He saw the whole thing, but they let the guy, they were praying to the gods.
Fuck me, bro. Really?
Yeah.
He never worked there. He sold you a story that you paid him $50,000 for.
No shit.
Yeah. Oh, wow. And the thing is that this whole fucking thing has existed for how long now? The Bohemian Grove thing? Like, the conspiracy theory's been around since the 50s?
Yeah.
And I traced it all back, and I'm like, the second I heard, it started in 1952. And I'm like, wait, what? 1952. You mean better dead than red? The literal fucking, cradle of all conspiracy theories? You're going to tell me that that's where this fucking thing started out?
No. Now explain to the people listening what that means.
In the 1950s, there was a lot of spy agencies. The whole better dead than red thing was because everybody was afraid of becoming a Soviet or a communist. So they would always chant, better dead than red. And it was the official flag colors of Russia. So in that, there was an article published by a fiction writer who said that there could be Russian spies in the United States. Dun dun dun.
Always.
Always.
Right?
There's always fucking spies.
But the Bohemian was actually in the 1800s.
No, the club was formed in the 1800s.
In California?
The conspiracy theory started in the 50s. So, the 1950s are the birthplace of all fucking conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
You can look that up. Most of the time, it's going to range.
What do you think that is?
Honestly, because of hysteria.
Okay.
It's this whole, everybody wants an explanation. Like the whole, and sorry to be current, the whole Vegas shooter thing.
Yeah.
Everybody's pissed off because nobody has a motivation. Nobody has anything they can point their fingers at and go, that's why this dude did it.
That 100% agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
So people look for fucking reasons. Even if they're insane. But it's a reason. So in the 50s, shit started happening. Bad shit started happening. We had bad infrastructure for so long. Plants were failing. Bridges were falling. Fucking things were blowing up. And it was just random happenstance. It was just terrible fucking time. And on top of all of that, there was something called McCarthyism that was alive and fucking well. Do you guys know what McCarthyism is?
Mm-hmm. Vaguely.
McCarthyism was a practice in the 1950s where it didn't matter who you were and who you pointed your finger at. All you had to say was, they're a communist.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
And what would
I remember
happen was that the government would swoop in, seize your bank accounts, take your house, put you in jail, and torture you till you got a confession. And that's all it took. He's a communist.
Yeah.
That's it. You didn't have to have proof.
No, I agree.
Don't tell Q that. He will look at you sideways.
That's a natural thing. Yeah.
I'm gonna say he's been doing that for a while. Like this whole time, I've never gotten a straight look.
But we still use a form of that, though.
No, we haven't. Actually, McCarthyism became deemed highly unconstitutional in the 1970s.
We still use the form of that.
Well, yeah, we still use a form of that, but that's also due to hysteria. But anyways, in the 1950s, McCarthyism became this gigantic fucking workforce thing, where anybody who was having a failing business would just point to somebody on the other side of town. Hey, communist.
Yeah,
he's a communist.
Absolutely.
And the business would get shut down. This shit would get said, oh, look at that. My business is suddenly booming. That fucking guy must have been a communist after all. So you had everybody pointing fingers at everybody. And so conspiracy theories started to rise about Russian spies and the CIA and the FBI, black helicopters coming over the border. It all started because of this shit. It all started because of mass hysteria. Everybody wanted something to point at. And so it all started there. Why do you think even when Kennedy was shot, 5 minutes afterwards, there was a second shooter? No, we got the guy. There was a second shooter. You do with the fucking rifle still smoking. So there was a second shooter. Why? Why was there? No, the dude was just fucked up. The same with the guy in Vegas. The guy's just fucked up. That's it. End of story. There was no Illuminati. There was no goddamn magic bullet. Because Penn and Teller themselves proved about the magic bullet. They proved it. They showed exactly how it happened.
I don't care about the second shooter. There is more to that assassination.
Seems like it.
I mean, that's what I mean. You're looking for a reason other than
no. There was a reason because by having him gone, we were able to have a lot more. We were able. You to think about it. People wanted policy to go a certain way. How do you get policy to change? If the person that's in there is not doing the policy, you remove that person.
You change public opinion in actually the most popular way, but yeah, you can do that too.
Right now, right? What are they doing to Trump? They are. I'm just. This is
no. Speak.
This is what I'm saying is like whether you're for him or against him, what they do to Bush, Obama, or whoever, they will create mass hysteria just to try to run them over. Before it was just like, we'll just make someone disappear. Why did Hoover or Jimmy Hoffa disappear? Because he was a problem. We're going to make him disappear. I mean, those are some of the big cases, but there's also on the smaller levels. Yeah, I mean, that's the way we've always done it. We want something, we take it. If we want something our way, we're going to create a way, whether it's by... I mean, think about it. V for Vendetta is one of my favorite movies. And what did they do? They create you need us. And they created this whole, basically this lie that was not true.
But that's also kind of proving my point. It's about mass hysteria.
Yeah, it is. But I'm just saying this, like, we do some dirty shit.
Of course we do dirty shit. Every country and every fucking
think about it, but
history has dirty shit.
But by killing a president, which I never condone, I know that sounds stupid. I don't know why I said it, but I don't condone it.
Does he have weekend plans?
I do not have guns in my house. I am not a gun owner.
But what I'm saying is, though, so you kill the president, all of a sudden the sense of country comes together even more. And then if you want to try to do something like 9/11 happened, all of a sudden, when we want to go to war, fuck yeah, let's go kill them.
Yeah, but that's another fucking thing that pisses me off is the whole 9/11 conspiracy. But I'm sorry, continue.
But what I'm saying is, that's what we do is we create like a sense of, like you said, oh my God, they knocked down our buildings. Who knocked down our buildings? They knocked down our buildings. Okay, let's go get them. We still don't even know really the reason behind why he knocked down the buildings. We have a guy that's on dialysis somehow was responsible for all this stuff, right? There's always more to the story. He wants to know
that apparently was on dialysis, but yet apparently it died in 2001 or 2000.
And he did work for the CIA.
And worked for the CIA.
Tim, I think his name is Tim.
Yes, Tim.
He sold me my vacuum.
Oh yeah, that came down from McCown. He did a really good rendition of The King and I. It was great.
Yeah,
fucking kidding. But that's just it. Like you fall into that trap by searching for reason, other than the idea that there just isn't one.
There's not a reason. Like, I'm not going to just fly planes and just because I hate America. Like that's what we're made to believe. But there's science now. Science, like there should be evidence of the Pentagon a plane with all those cameras. We never saw it.
Okay, here I'm gonna pop that one real quick.
Okay,
yeah, go ahead.
Let me ask you something.
Yep.
You want to release footage from one of the most highly secure government agencies and buildings in the entire history of the United States, where people of very high ranks who do very secret things to the public? Are you serious?
So a plane and fire is going to show what?
It doesn't matter what that's going to show. It matters that the fact that the idea is that it could show something. It's a security risk.
But they showed every other angle from that already, so that kind of defeats the point of what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen video from outside.
Yeah, we've seen video from all around it, though.
Yeah, all around it. Never inside.
That's not me being...
Well, but video inside won't prove shit.
It won't prove shit.
I'm not talking about from the I'm not talking from the inside.
But, I mean, we've only had there's been one video, and I saw the video a long fucking time ago.
Yeah.
And then just recently, the last episode of TC, that he was like, "Hey, I finally filmed this fucking video."
Yeah.
And we all sat here and watched it and went, "That's not a fucking plane. Like, there's no fucking way that's a plane."
Yeah.
And so you can't sit here and tell me that there's no other fucking video from the goddamn Pentagon that shows
which inside, outside, the most.
There's got to be there's got to be so many fucking cameras outside that place that you can't tell me none of those can show a fucking plane hitting the damn Pentagon.
And once again, it just comes down to the idea of a security risk.
I mean, I understand, but what are you going to show? What is the security risk of showing the outside of a fucking building?
Which we show all the time on TV and everywhere.
We show civilian shots.
No. Like if you go to Washington D.C., like probably WashingtonD.org, they'll probably show you where all the stuff is, and they'll show you that. That's what I'm saying.
Well, you're showing also. They're also showing you highly edited things. Without people's faces, possible cars. The idea is that.
But I mean, how hard I can fucking sit here in my fucking video editing software, and I can blur out fucking anybody's face I want. Like, why would the Pentagon not?
We could go to Google Map and pull up people's address and their cars and their license plates with the right technology.
Why would I not release a fucking video that shows a fucking plane hitting a fucking Pentagon?
Because this is 2017. This was 2000. This is what 1999? No wait.
2001.
2001. This was 2001.
Mm-hmm.
The idea of
that you wouldn't have to blur out people's faces because the fucking resolution wasn't nearly as fucking good back then as it is now.
But we still caught people. We still caught murderers off of that same murky resolution. You see what I'm saying?
Well, but here, listen to this. But if you took that video and you put it on any TV, every fucking TV, nowadays you would not be able to tell who the fuck those people are.
Nowadays, yeah.
No, you wouldn't. There's no way.
No, I'm agreeing with you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the resolution is too low.
Yeah.
Would have been from those cameras back in that day. I mean, that was fucking 16 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, we got fucking 4K now.
I just want to know, like, I guess I want to know why. Like, why we did this. Why this. But they're like, well, you can only know so much. And I understand about people that need to have their security and need to make sure that I do believe it. I honestly do. But what I'm saying is, like, it's almost to shut people up. Does it make sense? Like,
it'd be easier to release it and shut you up.
Like, here,
yeah.
That's what
I'm saying.
Like,
half the time, that is my point.
Like, with conspiracy theories,
like, why not shut fucking people up?
Shut people up.
Yeah,
why not?
The idea also is that, a lot of these guys, especially in 2001, the change of power and the change of attitude happened. Right before that, we had a president who was like, "Oh, I'm all about the people, transparency." 2001 happened. We got this guy in fucking office. All of a sudden, I don't answer to you.
Well, I think that's more Cheney than him.
Well, that's just it. Either way, the change in power, the change in attitude happened. Yeah. That they don't answer to us.
But they want to know everything from us, though.
They know, but that's what I'm talking about. This is also part of this, and you have to consider so many factors as to why the idea that they didn't, release this in the first place. Well, one, they didn't think they had to answer to any of us. The responsibility was theirs and theirs alone, and we could go fuck ourselves.
They didn't have the interest because we voted him back in.
Yeah. So that's part of the reason. That's part of the mentality of that government at that time. So you also have to take into security risk. And you also have to remember that the people at the time who the word security risk was a goddamn ironclad guarantee somebody was going to get assassinated, kidnapped, hacked, something. So that's all they had to say. Well, it's a security risk. Mr. Secretary of Defense, we can't release this. Okay, fuck it, lock it down. Never release it. That's all they had to say. And you really think at that time, with that president and that cabinet, they weren't exactly telling, Captain Dum Dum exactly that? There's things we can't show. There's things we can't release. There's names we can't say. It's a security risk.
Yeah, then the whole commission report was like, yeah, that's bullshit.
So, yeah, that's popping that bubble right there.
But that's going back to the trust that people that we elect to serve us. That's where my issue is. It's like, I know there's things they can't tell us. There's things I don't want to know.
Yeah.
I know that, and I don't want to know that. But what I'm saying is, like, a lot of these things we could just have debunked and they could just be done and over with. But part of me wonders, like, I'm not talking about Roswell. Good Lord, that's I'm not talking about aliens. That's totally different things.
Yes, I believe.
So,
fuck yeah, there's aliens.
I mean,
yeah,
if you
there's
think we're
aliens.
the only living,
Fucking Q just looked at 6 people at one time. He's like, "Fuck yeah, there's aliens."
hey, give me some of that alien ass. Give me some of that alien poontang.
Hey man, I bet that shit fucks good.
Except for the first time I tried to grab them, like that's not.
Make your dick glow.
That'd be awesome.
I'm cautious because I've seen Species.
Yeah.
Seen that
Yeah,
movie?
oh,
Yeah, no,
yeah,
fuck
yeah.
that. Thank
But see,
you.
I watched Earth Girls Are Easy and I loved it.
Oh,
That's an
fuck
old movie.
Oh, so you got a crush on
That's
that?
Nicolas Cage. That was
Jeff Goldblum? You mean?
Jim Carrey. One of his first movies. We didn't even talk in it.
Was
Yeah,
it?
he didn't talk. He was in
No.
costume the entire time. But Jeff Goldblum was the one that was in the main
Yeah.
star.
So let me ask you this, because everything about 9/11 evolves around Tower 7.
Yeah.
So, what? I mean, why did that building collapse when it wasn't even one that was hit? In your opinion,
It's called debris.
okay.
You really think that when these buildings got hit and started to collapse, they just neatly folded up? It's origami. No, dude. These fucking things that got hit, they started spreading everywhere. My friend, I lost a friend in 9/11. A very dear friend of mine. He was crushed by rubble, debris, not even anywhere near the site. So you mean to tell me, the building itself never was hit? I lost a friend for the same reason that building fell. Debris. That's all it took. You think... And here's the thing about flat earthers and a lot of people that do these conspiracies is one thing they don't understand is fucking scale. It doesn't melt. It doesn't melt steel beams. Motherfucker, do you know how much weight is resting on that?
Yeah.
The scale of the building is what you have to take into effect. You can't sit here. Yeah, a single fucking steel beam. It's one steel beam. No, dude, there's billions of tons, tons and tons and tons of ponds. Okay, not billions, but tons of things. People. Flammable substances. The building had pipelines of gas.
Yeah.
That fucking thing, all it had to do was collapse, and it took out everything around it, including Building 7. It's fucking debris.
Building 7.
Yeah, it's a building that was literally next door.
It looked like a parking garage,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
And it's fucking debris. That's all that
Letting
happened.
jet fuel, what am I trying to say?
Well, speaking of the mic, if you're gonna do it.
He's talking about the flammability of jet fuel compared to other flammabilities.
Oh, yeah. Well, it only burns at 1,100 degrees, and it takes 2,100 degrees to melt steel. Yeah, well, you know what it does at 1,100 degrees? It turns it into a fucking spaghetti noodle.
Okay, Q. So, of course, it doesn't fucking. Goddamn, this fucking thing. Okay, so these are twin towers right here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, these right here. This is Building 7. All the way over here.
All right.
I don't want to say all the way over here, but over here. So these obviously planes hit 1 and 2, then this building collapsed.
Yeah, it was debris. It's easy to see. There's tons of personal video.
So that you have Building 6, which was it's what do you say? How many floors do you think that is?
8, 9, 10.
10 floors. And then you have the street, which is what is that? Vesey? What street is it?
Vasey. Yeah.
I can't
Vesey
really see what that says. And then you have Tower 7, Building 7, whatever. And then but it collapsed, being all the way over here.
Yeah, and my friend died quite a while away from that.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you know where, like, exactly? Do you like
no.
a street? You don't.
I mean,
know?
I can point out like a general.
What the fuck? Okay. Okay, so there's 1 and 2. So that means building 7 is here.
Yeah.
So do you have an idea where he was at? Like
Yeah.
he's far away?
Yeah, he was far away.
Like where, do you know?
He was found about, I think it was 8 days after they started digging. So he was buried under a lot. He was far enough away. I think he was more than a block away.
Oh, so he was actually in probably what we would consider the kill zone?
Like way down further. You see where building 7 is?
Yeah, right here.
All right, go down about 4 buildings.
So about right here.
He was a little bit further than that.
And he was under rubble there?
Yeah, he was under rubble. That's what killed him. He was crushed.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's
As tall as those fucking buildings are, I mean, it's possible.
Man, it's possible, but if you look at the way those
And then
buildings
the explosion
collapse,
from the
though.
plane hitting the
Well,
building,
that's just the distance he was. That's not exactly where he was.
Yeah.
He was a distance away. That's how he died.
Huh.
Well, the explosion from him hitting that fucking building like that too.
Yeah.
You know,
And also on top of that, when those buildings went down, they didn't just fall into their own footstep like so many conspiracy theories like to say and think. Oh, they just
But that's what it looked like.
it
No, they
collapsed
just
like a
right into
domino.
its own.
But that's what it looked like.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. But did you see the ones from the ground, from the foot?
No.
No, of course you didn't. There was fucking huge plumes of fire,
Yeah.
debris
I remember
everywhere.
watching it on TV.
Yeah, that's what happened to my friend. So I mean, for the idea that why didn't it? Why fucking debris? Really? Like the scale of these buildings? You really think that it was just a can being crushed?
Yeah.
Like no, there's billions of tons. Like that's all it took. That's all it takes. It just takes a couple of pillars, some cement, some rebar, some giant fucking I-beams, and it'll take out another building easily.
Yeah.
And on top of that, it didn't fall. It didn't just neatly fall into its own fucking thing, and we just had to pick up the pieces and move it aside. No, look, people. No, there was chaos for weeks. We all saw it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So how the fuck does that align with a goddamn theory that it fell into its own footprint? If there was so much chaos, there's businesses that have barely been restored to this day. That's where the conspiracy theory falls apart.
Yeah.
The scale of this, it wasn't a Coke can. It wasn't. This was a massive amount of building, iron, gas, burning. And then, the clean slow. Well, why is that so cleanly sliced? Well, it's easy. Rescue efforts, you idiot. That wasn't taken 5 minutes after the crash. That was taken, how long? Like days? Almost weeks afterwards? Oh, it's so cleanly cut. It's jet fuel. So yeah, I take these 9/11 things a little bit personally because I lost a friend.
Yeah.
So when people tell me, "Oh, building 7, and what about this?" and it fell into its own footprint, I'm like, "Go fuck yourself." Just because you want something to be true doesn't mean it is.
You bring a lot of good arguments.
Thank you.
Yeah,
You did.
but
It
no,
really does.
I mean, we all took it personal that day.
Oh, we did. I mean,
I mean, yeah.
I can remember.
It was, I mean, because
Well,
because
the attack itself, we all took personal. I'm talking about the conspiracy theories surrounding it. I take that personal because I lost someone.
well, we lost a lot of. I mean, we've lost a lot of friends because they went to war because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all have.
And that's the
We got
whole
friends
thing.
that came back that ain't right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, there's that second one right there
Where?
with the big bright 1 and 2.
Right here?
That one.
Okay.
Where'd it go?
Where the fuck?
There it
Where'd
is.
go? Oh, there it is. All right. So that's where they stood. Okay.
And this is what? How long afterwards?
We don't know.
I don't. So there's one. We're gonna move across the street,
look at
across
all that-
building 6 or to building 7. But here is my problem. Like, why the fuck didn't this thing collapse?
Or what? Yeah. Because
look at all look at those fucking air
What about that
conditioners.
building?
Yeah, you can see the debris. I mean,
What about-
Yeah, oh yeah, you
Yeah,
can
you
definitely
see
see
the-
debris
yeah.
onto that
Yeah,
one.
it fell. It fell in a line.
I wonder how many windows on this building are smashed. If none, if no windows on this building that are directly behind fucking building 7, if none of those windows are fucking blown out, now that tells me something totally fucking different.
Well, I'm not
Because
sure.
that is a controlled demolition. No, I know. No, this does not show
Yeah,
those
anything.
windows. So you don't know. I don't know. None of us know. But if from the way it looks, none of those windows are blown out.
Yeah, but you see
know
all
what I mean?
you see all that gray on the floor
Where
everywhere.
Where
Everywhere. That
Where?
all, it's not black like
Just like
concrete.
all this,
Yeah,
just like all this shit.
that's all soot. Look to the
Oh yeah,
look
it's
to the
soot
right.
though. But there's literally hardly any fucking debris over here. But there is right here, which would have been the middle of this fucking building, and that the middle of so this building I'm saying is right here. So the middle of this, boom. Middle of it right here, boom. Why is none of this fucking
Why is
corner
that
taken out?
building fucked up and none of these surrounding other buildings?
Yeah, like look
You
at this
know, I
building
mean,
here. They just has
like
shit
it
laying on
didn't
top of
touch-
it.
Like it didn't touch it.
This one here,
There's a ton of shit on
There-
that other
this
building.
this
you
one,
see.
this one right here has some shit.
Has a
But
lot of
this
shit.
here has a lot of shit on top of it, but nothing's fucking wrong with it.
Well, I mean, nothing that we can
Like this one
that
here.
we can see from right
yeah,
here.
yeah, from this view. But I mean, clearly, look at this building here. That building's fucked. But yet, none of these others are.
Yeah, they don't.
I mean, look, like this doesn't have shit on top. There's no fucking debris on top of that. Very little. This one here, there's that shit. There's debris. That motherfucker is right next to it. So is this one. Look at this one over here. You got a little bit of shit
Yeah,
here.
and this just goes to the idea that you're looking for a reason where there isn't one.
No. I mean, I'm just saying. But I mean, they're like if we're talking about
Still makes you
debris.
wonder, though.
No, I mean, yeah, it does. If
Of
we're
course it
talking,
makes
if
you
we're
wonder.
talking about debris, you know what I mean.
But that's just look
I
at
mean,
look
this-
at the amount of debris on top of that
oh
building.
no, absolutely. I 100%.
No, I mean
agree
building
with you.
7. Look at it; it's crushed.
Yeah, it's fucking gone.
It's not, and it's crushed this way, as if something fell on top of it. It is not a controlled demolition that just fell into its own. Look, it's crushed. Like something did this. Yeah, it fell on top of it.
I don't know enough about
But yeah, no, that's
because
all that all that great stuff that
like
you're
this
seeing.
this right here, that area there. Yeah, that looks like something fell on it from this way.
It fell on it this way, as in.
So yeah, I guess if it fell on it this way, depending on the angle of this wall, it could have fell that way. But I mean, like this. Okay, so this one's aiming fucking that way. If it fell, I mean, there's I don't know enough about it
But then
to be
again,
able
we
to
could be looking at debris from the. I mean,
yeah.
But either way,
tower.
that's
Either way,
all that
either way.
all that crazy gray stuff that you're seeing, all that is debris.
Yeah.
All that is stuff that they're putting out fires with. It's all dirt. It's all everything.
Yeah.
That's the stuff that killed my friend.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying it didn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's. But
No, I
it's,
mean,
I could.
you know, and like I said, this all just goes back to the idea of searching for reason when there isn't one.
Being the motherfucker
Yeah.
sitting at the desk. And you see
But,
fucking
you know, if
plane
if
coming
if
at
we've
you, you know?
if we've
Yeah.
learned anything from TC or anybody who is a conspiracy theory guy, like with all the shit that has happened in our fucking our country and our world the last fucking however long,
Yeah,
like we have to question everything.
we do. Yeah, we do.
We have to.
But the thing is
I
that
mean,
we have to.
our government is corrupt as fuck.
Of course, it is.
So
But-
we have to question fucking everything.
But the thing is that we also have to accept that sometimes there just isn't an answer.
Yeah,
So,
but
I mean, I get that, but with all the fucking technology and shit,
Yep.
there has to be a goddamn answer. Has to be.
yes,
Has to fucking be an answer.
Yes.
There has to be a way to figure out, if that fucking building collapsed and that motherfucker fell on top of that other one and collapsed it. There has to be a fucking way. There has to be.
yeah.
You can't tell me that fucking USADA keeps fucking piss tests and blood tests for 7 fucking years after they've blood tested somebody, and we can't tell if a fucking building fell on
Yeah.
top of another one fucking 20 years later. You can't tell me that. Absolutely not. You cannot fucking tell me that.
I can, and
There's
that's
no way.
Yeah, there's plenty of ways, man. There's plenty of fucking ways. There's things that happen in this fucking world that we want answers for, and sometimes there just fucking isn't.
There has to be a way that you can tell me whether or not a fucking Where's it at? Is that it?
Yeah.
There has to be a way that you can tell me that with the smartest fucking people that we have in this country. Can you not see that?
No, I saw it, but this is
there has to be a way
debris thing
that you can't tell me that there's not a way that we can tell by the angle of a fucking piece of concrete with all the smart motherfuckers that we have in this
They
country.
can tell by an angle of a fucking bullet which way it was shot from.
Exactly. You can't tell me that a fucking way a wall, a fucking 10-story wall is laying. You can't tell me that you don't know or that somebody doesn't know how a fucking building fell on top of it and made it push that way. There's no fucking way. There's too much math involved.
Well, one thing is that, yeah, if we were there the second it happened and we went in and without even witnessing it, let's just say 5 minutes after it hit and collapsed, we'd be able to do that. But at 5 minutes after there was hit and collapsed, people were already in there digging people out.
But it doesn't matter. That's a fucking 10-story wall. You can't tell me people aren't going in there and moving a fucking 10-story. I mean, we saw the same. I'm not like trying to like be dick to you.
I know.
I'm just saying, you can't tell me that a fucking wall that looks like it is fully intact, that is fucking 10 stories tall, that you can't tell me by the fucking angle at which that cocksucker is laying, and all the other shit that they can take into it, that you can't tell me that what hit it a certain way.
Well, and again,
you know what I mean?
The thing is also we don't have the fucking answers because one, we don't have an official report.
Yeah,
we have several fucking reports,
and all of them seem to be bullshit.
Yeah, all of them which contradict each other.
Exactly.
So that's one thing.
Yeah.
The second thing is all we have on top of all that is eyewitness reports, and those are about as fucking reliable as Michelin tires.
But we had like cameras on it for 3 days straight.
So what were you
right here?
Were you, this one?
Well, look right here. So that one right there. It actually tells you that those were up above where the fireballs hit in all the areas, right? When the plane hit and plane hit below there, it showed you where they found debris of the plane. So almost 3 blocks over, they found the landing gear. Almost
There's where your buddy is.
That's almost
right there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so when the plane hit it, so what he's saying is correct. So right when the initial hit, it threw a bunch of stuff out that way.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah, and that's where it says, is it fuselage? Fuselage? Is that how you say it?
Fuselage.
Yeah, that's like 1 in the morning. I'm surprised I got that bitch right.
Okay. Oh, well, hold on. Okay. Okay. So these are exit. This is the exit right here.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
So that's how far away. Yeah, that's how far away.
Oh, well.
I think why.
They hit from 2 different directions.
Yeah, they hit from 2 different directions.
I think why this makes me so mad is like we had first responders. We had your friend.
Yeah.
And we had, and we've, and New York's like one of the,
epicenters
of the United States.
Yeah.
I mean, I listened to the song today, New York is a great song. But once again, we had this tragedy happen. And us as elected officials have failed those people.
Yeah.
Because they got cancer, they got all kinds of diseases.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, great, we all ran in. Hey, I'm really sick. Well, we got to get this bill signed, see what happens. That's where my problem is.
Yeah, and every time they try to pass a bill to cover the first responders with free health care, they shoot it down.
They want it, it's because the attachment's at the bottom. So like, hey, you can do that, but we want to attach like you get shot in the face if you do this. I know that's extreme, but it's something that doesn't go with this bill.
Oh shit!
Did you solve it?
It just clicked with me.
I think. Oh,
thank you.
No, look.
What?
This plane's coming in this way.
Yeah.
Look what's in its way.
Yeah.
Look where the landing gear landed.
Yeah.
There's the engine. There's the fuselage.
Yeah.
Look what's in the way.
Yeah.
Power 7.
And then on top of all of that, add in the collapsing towers, the debris, and the plume cloud. It's a whole lot of force.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
All right, TC, you got your fucking work cut out for you, cocksucker. Hope you listen to this episode.
He's like, that fucking atheist.
Does that say the Millennial Hotel?
It looks like it.
Or the minimum hotel?
Millennial something. No, that's... I can't fucking zoom in anymore. I won't do it. Oh, nope. I can't. Millennium.
Millennium Hotel.
Millennium. All right. Well, fuck. What? So what else? We got anything else? We are fucking.
We're going for the record here.
No, we're over it. We done passed it. We're 2 hours and 43 minutes into this bitch.
Christ.
It is now Sunday. Has been for an hour. I'm glad nobody has to work tomorrow. Well, I
think BJ's mesmerized over there.
No, it's just there's so much data that you can get, but you don't know what data's correct and what's wrong. It's because we still go back to the arrogance that we have, which is like, no, I'm right on this. I'm not talking about us. I'm talking about like actual quote unquote experts, right? I go back to the old Law and Order SVU. You can bring someone up there and says that he's criminally insane, and the other person's like, it's because someone stuck their finger up his poop chute as a child.
Yeah.
Like this is why he's insane. They're like, no, he can stand trial. It's the same thing. They're like, well, if it hit this way, it's like it still comes down to mathematics.
Yeah.
But I think after we went to war with that and with the gas and with the overthrow, we're still fighting it. We have the weakest right now. Our ground troops right now is one of the weakest we've ever had. Not in them, but I'm talking numbers right now.
Numbers, yeah.
Yeah. And then if you back out of this, now we might back out of the Iran deal. And there was a general on Fox News. That's what I was watching. On Fox News, he's like, no, we shouldn't do this. Like, we should make sure we stay in this treaty. If not, yeah. And that's somebody that's on Fox News who's a Republican.
Who's saying this is a fuck up.
Please do not do this. And that was pretty cool. He's a 4-star general. And that, it's, I don't know. I'm glad.
So, yeah, like, that piles more on top of why I don't like Trump.
Yeah, then we got North Korea, then we got this, we got that. I understand a lot of things, but I'm like, it's just like, if he does something good, we won't know, because you got to uncover from everything else.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Same way with Obama. It's like it was, or whoever elected official is
that's actually a perfect example.
Yeah,
that like Obama is your perfect example. Like everybody shit on everything he ever did. So it takes people like me who paid just a little bit closer attention who have to pluck out the little good things that he did.
Well, he's done that.
I'm not saying it wasn't a shit show.
Yeah,
but
he's not a fucking animal.
No,
but that's just
he's a real person.
I had to pluck out what little good there was.
No,
he's a real
racism a lot worse.
Huh? You're talking to the fucking mic.
Who did, Obama?
Yeah.
Talking to the mic.
Yeah, well, a lot of hate towards. Yeah.
No. Bring it up. We got. We're setting a fucking record here.
We're going for the gold.
So step up to the mic.
What I'm saying. Well, the race.
No. What did he say? Step up. We're going to talk about it. Just you bring the idea. We'll discuss it. He made. Okay. You said he made racism a lot worse.
I think he did.
Okay. So
who? Obama or Trump?
Obama.
So how?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to like be a dick to you, but how in your opinion did he? I'm not saying he did or he didn't. I just want to know from your point of view. Don't be afraid to fucking.
I shouldn't have said it.
No, don't be afraid to fucking say anything on here. We'll fucking offend everybody. I don't give a fuck. But honestly, because this is not the first time I've heard that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I heard a lot.
I mean, and I hear that everybody's like
he has as much racism. I mean, I think he's a lot like Oprah. Oprah's very racist.
Talking to Mike. Say what you gotta say. Say no. This is a platform to do it, dude. Say it here, man. Step up to the mic. Say it, bro. Say what you got to say. Nobody's going to...
I just think Obama's very racist, or made it a lot worse, made people hate a lot worse, if I'm, not using the right word, but,
No, it's all good. Everybody's going to understand what the fuck you're saying.
Well,
on a certain extent...
all the sex change, didn't he sign a bill that, person born a girl... change to a man going to the same restroom as a little boy or a little girl versus, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
No,
man, that's fine.
Having kids.
You can fucking say that. That is your fucking right to say that. Man.
I don't think they should be allowed to fight in MMA if they get a sex change. That's still domestic violence.
But it's...
Hi-yo! But no, I'm not saying I agree. I'm not saying I disagree.
I think it's worse now.
No, but that's a great point. That is a great point. I mean, I feel like it's a great point because there's a lot of people who are saying that, who say that.
The only thing I have in answer to that is that there has been infinite more accounts and people arrested of just straight white Christian men molesting people in bathrooms than there ever has been a single transgender person. I think, in fact, in the last 17 years, there was 2 cases, and one of them was actually a false representation.
Well, here's not. I'm not telling you you're fucking wrong.
I'm not telling you that. I'm just saying
that we're having a fucking conversation. But and I thought of this just like on a fucking whim. Like I don't even know why I thought of this one day. But I was thinking about all this, because I had the same fucking. I got 2 little girls,
Yeah.
I mean, a fucking dude dressed as a chick going to the bathroom. I'm gonna fucking. Shit's gonna happen, if you do shit to my fucking little girls. But, that shit had been going on for a long time. Fucking
Eons.
years.
I have family members that have gone through the.
But the problem was, instead of just letting it go and not worrying about it, he brought it to the public.
No. What happened was he responded to a North Carolina senator.
Well,
and that's what made it.
But getting specific, I understand.
Yeah.
But that's not what I'm talking about. Because, just listen to me.
Okay.
Because... the shit had been going on for years. Nobody said a fucking thing about it. Nobody cared. Because you looked like a chick, you went into a chick's bathroom. You looked like a dude, you went into a dude's bathroom. Then you made it public. And you let the public decide what was right and what was wrong.
Yeah.
And all the public went, oh, well, no, you're going to send a fucking dude who thinks he's a chick into the bathroom with my little girl? Oh, fucking hell no. That's what happened.
Because we go to the worst possible
We do.
place.
We do. We go to the worst possible fucking place ever.
We're not worried about it.
That's a good point.
We're not worried about the 3-time felony janitor who might.
No,
yeah, we're
exactly.
Not.
So the problem was that that Obama made it public.
Yeah.
He made it. It was like, oh, well, you can use whatever bathroom you want. Well, fucking hell no.
Again, I have to disagree. I have to take it back to what caused it, and what caused it was this one senator, this one prick, who brought it to the public, who was the one who said, no fucking transgenders in other bathrooms. And then that blew up a whole fucking public cry.
And then they pulled everything out of North Carolina.
Yeah, and then
NBA All-Star games.
Everything.
Concerts, yep.
So this prick made it public. Like, Obama is the one who stepped in and finalized it.
Here's how big of a problem that wasn't.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't fucking know about it.
Nobody gave a fuck.
Yeah, nobody gave a fuck.
But then
so why? No, because that dude made it fucking. I didn't fucking hear about it.
I did. Yeah.
How many fucking people heard about it?
It cost the state almost 20, 30 million.
Yeah, but after the fucking government made it a fucking big deal.
No. Way
There's
before
no way.
that. No, way before that. Once this guy did this.
When Obama started coming out and saying that was the first I had fucking heard of.
Okay, well that's the first
because
you heard of it.
because along with a lot of other people, I feel don't pay attention to a fucking state's shit. We don't pay attention to what a fucking state decides.
No, I mean
it was
that.
fucking North Carolina. Like, okay, so what? There's fucking 49 other states. Like, I didn't fucking hear that shit. The first I heard of it, and at that point in time, I still had cable. We hadn't cut the cable yet, and I still watched a lot of fucking news. The first I fucking heard of it was Obama saying shit about it.
Because he was asked about it at his briefing or whatever it's called.
Yeah. The
but still, to the
address.
point,
yeah,
I didn't fucking hear about it. I watched the news every fucking day. Every night when I got home. And it was never made a big deal to me until he started making a big deal about it.
Well, that's anecdotal. That's you. That like I knew about it. BJ knew about it.
I watched the fucking news every day, every fucking night, and I never heard anything about it.
Well, again, that's anecdotal. I heard about it way before Obama did. So did BJ. So I mean, that's two people who heard about it way before.
Two people.
Huh?
I never heard about it.
But we're also anomalies, though.
Two people who are anomalies.
Yeah.
Who do more on the internet than most people.
Yeah, because it affected sports, and that's why. I mean, because they pulled concerts, they pulled sporting events.
Well, but that doesn't affect him.
No, but what affected
from a person who is on the internet and does most of his research on the internet, but you got to think of who is making a big deal about it.
At the time, it was a senator. It was a senator.
Well,
like the whole thing.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm not talking fucking political.
Well,
people.
what
I'm talking.
it was brought
I'm
up,
talking
yeah.
people in general.
Yeah.
Okay. So who are the people who watch the news more than anybody?
Old people.
Old people.
Old people. Old people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what happened?
Well, what happened
Old
was
people
that
watched the news
wrote their legislator and said they agreed with
and
him.
didn't watch. Just like me, who watched the news every night and never heard anything about it until
because it was brought up to him. What do you think about this controversy?
Until Obama, and which makes national news. Which old people watch a lot of national news. They're not on the fucking internet.
Oh God, yeah. No, but
You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, I totally and I agree with you.
That actually makes a lot of sense. Actually,
the whole thing. The only thing I'm disputing was
it's like
this was
just your
a big
news
deal.
off Facebook. Yeah.
Yeah, this was a big deal for a lot of people way before it touched Obama.
But who makes up more of the fucking country? People over fucking 40 years old.
Is it the baby boomers?
It's the baby
It's
boomers.
the baby
They still have the
boomers.
biggest
It's- yeah.
generation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So you know what I mean? I mean,
I
I
get
see,
it.
I see what you're saying. I just, it wasn't a fucking issue until Obama made it a national news issue.
and that's where I disagree. It was brought to him, and on top of that, there was already so much turbulence surrounding the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like there was a lot of turbulence. There was
I mean,
sports teams
I
leaving.
get it,
There was
but
companies
but
leaving.
it wasn't the national group
No, it was
that
it
who was making
uh,
that who was into that situation.
I guess you could argue
Because
for the idea that it was
we're all young, we're all on the internet.
yeah.
Old people aren't on the internet.
It was actually.
Well, I'm fucking 35 years old.
It was the March 23rd, 2016. North Carolina Governor Pat McCrory, Republican, signed into law the Public Facilities Privacy and Security Act. Man, that sounds like you're some government eye level shit.
Yeah.
Commonly known as the House Bill 2.
Yeah.
So, and it would say the bill was also overturned as the LGBT anti-discrimination ordinance, and then it went to U.S. District Court, and then in March of this year, repealed House Bill 2, removing the restrictions on restrooms used by transgender individual. That compromise agreement was criticized by both LGBT rights group and conservatives. South Carolina introduced one. Tennessee introduced one. Texas, Virginia, Washington, they all have a version of this bill.
I mean, it all comes back to this. It's all the older generation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
When it comes to
they don't.
this
They don't go
topic,
to Wikipedia.
when it comes to this topic, when it comes to pot, when it comes to homosexuals, or,
Race relations.
I don't know, race relations. I mean, when it comes to all this, right? It is all the older generation who is set in their ways, who doesn't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It comes back to it. With pot, I just watched the fucking mayor of Reading, Pennsylvania, in a fucking video earlier today, who walked out of a fucking meeting or a council meeting or whatever.
Yeah.
That was pissed because fucking they were going to decriminalize pot. You know, he was a fucking old dude. He's fucking 70 years old. He doesn't think he thinks pot's the fucking gateway drug to fucking heroin and the fucking cocaine and all this shit. No, you're full of fucking shit.
Yeah, putting
It's the
frogs in the water to turn the chemicals gay. Yeah.
Exactly. It's the same thing when it comes to the fucking transgender people using different fucking restrooms. Who are the people watching those fucking news channels? It's the fucking old people. When was the last time you watched fucking Fox News other than to get some fucking content for this show?
None.
Exactly. We are on the fucking internet.
Well, Megyn Kelly left, so she was kind of hot.
Oh.
Well, yeah, man, but you can find.
Did you hear they're trying to get Tommy Lauren?
I know. I just watched her on mute.
But
We got to get a fucking iPad in here.
Like, what's that noise?
No, but I mean, it all of the problems resort to the older generation who is set in their ways.
Yeah.
I mean, all of it, every fucking single bit of it. It's the fucking bathrooms. It's all that shit. You know,
It's,
I mean, if somebody,
but
you
we
know,
always go
because
to
if somebody is fucking, you know, what do they call it? Going from man to woman, you know, they're not interested in fucking your kid.
No.
They're absolutely not interested.
Well,
in
I
fucking
mean,
your
that's
kid.
almost as bad as like saying.
But there is that, just like the Vegas shooter. If it was just him and he's fucked up,
yeah,
there is that person who is fucked up.
There's always that person that's fucked
That's
up.
what I'm saying.
I
That's
know,
what I'm
but
saying.
I just want to know
That's what I'm
that. I
saying.
just want to know, like, hey,
But you're not going to.
we're
There's
not,
no way.
because the way that the media handles it, our authorities handle it, the sheriff looks shook as fuck.
Yeah.
Like he's looking at the FBI like, seriously, can you not just show them shit so we're done?
Yeah.
Because it's making him his credibility look like
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
He might not
Oh,
get, he
yeah.
might not get reelected. Not saying that's
He ain't.
yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the same way, like, about talking like, well, you might attack my daughter in the bathroom. That's like saying when the black people used to come down the street, like, well, we need to go on the other side.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
No,
every,
I agree.
yeah.
I agree.
I think racism is more rampant. It's never been. It's never.
I don't know if I would consider it racism.
No, not that. But on the other thing, when
It's
he's
just
saying
hate.
this, I'm just saying it's more cool to hate now.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Yeah.
It does.
Well, I mean,
to pull the race card on every little fucking thing. It's
they
just a
do.
little out of hand.
I mean, it does. I mean, it's anything. Like there's this fucking what do you call it? The hand gestures that are they use it on the guy at Evergreen State. Microaggressions.
Microaggression.
Like you can't move your fucking hands, and they're like, "Well, that's a fucking microaggression."
Yeah, no, that's bullshit.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm pro LGBT, but I don't subscribe to any of this microaggression
No.
bullshit. Like, and to address the whole thing about racism, I think it was a very, very bad circumstance, and I don't think you can blame Obama for it. For the simple idea is that nowadays, and for the last 10 years, technology has done nothing but grow, and in that, we've had more platforms for more racist people to spew more hate than there was ever before that. We have not had that kind of platforms, the social media platforms, the media outlets that we had. These people get out there, and because they can abuse freedom of speech, and I am 1,000% for freedom of speech, that doesn't mean that you are not going to get consequences for it, but, you know, whatever. I don't like hypocrites, and I have a story about that one. But I think it was just the unfortunate event that Obama was president while these platforms were booming.
I'd agree with that. I'd agree with that.
Yeah, and more dissidents was just becoming more divided by our own volition. And it just happens that, like I've been saying this whole podcast, we want to point somebody and go, it's their fault.
We do.
And the thing is that, you know, a lot of these people, you know, they're saying like, oh well, racism and attacks are on the rise, police brutality is on the rise. No, it's not.
No,
It's the same fucking number.
Yeah.
The only difference is now I got a goddamn high definition camera. I can capture you beating my ass.
Yeah.
And saying, you know, fuck you, fill in the expletive.
Yeah.
I can capture you saying that to me. I can capture you beating my ass, and I can put it right there for everybody to see. And now, guess what? Cops are being held accountable a lot more than they ever were.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is divisive. It just sucks that I think that he was in the wrong place at the wrong fucking time when this technology and this ability to share information
I mean,
went.
you gotta think it was 8 years.
Yeah,
A lot of shit
decade.
happened in
Yeah.
that 8 years.
So-
a lot of technology, and, you know, a lot of advancement. A lot of advancements and technology happened in those 8 years
So I don't
to
think.
get us to where we're at right now. You
And
know
on
what
top
I mean?
of all of that, you know, everybody. He was our first black president, so he had a lot riding on him.
Oh yeah.
So everybody came to him with problems to try to see how he would handle it. Really? There was that one dude who got in a fight with a security guard. There was a black guy and a white guy, and the black guy pulled the race card, and Obama had to literally intervene and sit them both down with a beer and go, let me be clear. You're both fucking morons.
pretty good.
This isn't a race thing. You guys are just being assholes. Drink your beer and go the fuck home.
Yeah.
Like, come the fuck on. Like, everybody came to him for this, and he had to be the mouthpiece for it. So I don't think he was, like, intentionally doing this, or I don't think, it's right to put the blame on him.
I mean, I think, in Q's defense, and in your defense, I think it's a combination of both. You know what I mean?
It could be.
I mean, it's. I really don't want to go down that road. I really don't. But I honestly think it's a combination of both. With it, being a time of social media, and a time of being the first black president. Yeah. I mean, I think it's a combination of both that really exploded it to a lot of people that say, "Oh, he brought on, more racism."
Yeah.
Well, I don't necessarily think it's that he brought on more racism. It's just that with the technology of the time, it made the racism that's always been there, and that I think will always be there, more relevant.
Yeah, I mean, like I was talking to a friend of mine a while ago, and she was telling me, I'd rather deal with somebody because she's Hispanic, and she says I would rather deal with somebody who's covertly racist than somebody who's outright racist. And I said I disagree. When somebody's covertly racist, they know it's wrong. They know it. They understand that what they're fucking thinking and saying behind closed doors is fucked.
They're making a joke.
Yeah.
And going, as long as they don't leave this room. Yeah.
Yeah. So that person that's outright racist, the one who's expletive about it, the one who calls me a spick, calls black people, the N-word, you can sit that dude down. And you can talk to him and be like, okay, let's get to the bottom of this. Why are you so fucking hateful?
And you're going to get the truth.
And you are going to get an unmitigated truth.
Most people who are racist are uneducated.
That's all it is. And you can't change it.
In the difference of, a different color.
Yeah, and you can change it. Somebody who's covertly racist, though, they understand it's wrong. They know it's wrong.
They do. They do it behind closed doors.
So I would rather deal with that. And right now, and that's part of this whole blowing up social media thing. Like, oh, well, my Facebook account is sent to private, except my asshole friend just shared on his public profile my private thing where I used the N-word infinite amount of times. It disparaged everybody.
Well, I gave the location of the cross burning. I hate when that happens.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's good for me. I avoid it.
I just keep. That's why I write letters with maps.
Jesus.
No, I mean that's. But I think, and it goes back to my messed up theory, is it's all about the attention people get off of it.
Yeah,
a lot of
sensationalism.
People, I mean, like one thing that I do really well is try to get a reaction, awkwardness out of people, like from the funny way.
Yeah,
I think a lot of people do it out of like a bad way of like, did you see what I did? I walked up to that person, I told them what they were. Like, okay, well, what did I do? I don't know, ruin their day. I mean, like I'm talking about when it comes to the racism like factor, a lot of it is because. I mean, it's evident still with the class system that we have. I mean, we go through like the diversity along the United States. It's all still here, and here. It's all still diversity.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not going to change. I mean, it's not going to change. I wish it would, and we all hope it will. But I mean, because I talked to one of my customers, and I was just like, like, where do you live at? And I told them, I'm like, have you ever thought about moving down that area? And they're like, It's like
we're too close to Whiteland.
There's like there's not a lot of me down there. A lot of us down there.
Yeah.
And they're like, and I was just like, I mean, I was like, do you think that's still an issue? And they're like, no, but I mean, it's always in the back of your mind.
Yeah.
Because they're because I have kids that are a certain age, if they go there, it's in the back of their mind.
Yeah.
Did somebody do something to them? No, they don't.
No, and and I think it's funny also that the word racist is tossed around so much now it has lost its meaning.
Yeah, you're Facebook racist.
Yeah,
that's AP.
I'm apparently fucking racist because I like guns.
I like guns too.
I like whores.
But you see, here's the fun part: I can't be racist. Quite literally, my brother's black, my ex-wife is Japanese, most of my family's white, and I'm Spanish. Fill in the fucking blank where I can be racist.
I don't know. I don't know. Apparently, because I firmly believe that there's no possible fucking way that we can get rid of all guns.
I agree.
When there's so fucking many in this country.
And like we said last episode, anytime you make some illegal, it makes the black market even worse, and it makes it even more murderous and more dangerous.
Yep.
Well, I mean, like it's a whole fuckery of a circle. You know what I mean? And I love listening to these really hardcore conservative guys who the federal government, smaller government. We need smaller government. It's all about states' rights. And I'm like, okay, move to California.
Yeah,
what do you mean? Well, their states' rights trump the federal government's. That's what you want, isn't it? Oh no, because they don't allow guns, and they got all the gays. I'm like, so you mean you only want a small government when it applies to your way of life? Oh,
well, that's why I still think. I mean, racism is obviously awful, but classism is in effect more than anything else too.
Oh yeah, well, I mean that's always going to be there.
And that's what I'm saying it's like is when just the way the taxes are set up, or the way that how we determine you get this or you get this, and it's like. It can't be black and white, and that's the sad part. Is you want it to be black and white, but we always. I think that's something I realized as I moved up the tax bracket. I was like, wait a second, so why am I being punished for doing well? And then I understood why, and then I go through and I look at our roads, and I go through and look at some of our schools that we see, and I realized, and I was like, okay, where's my money going?
Yeah,
and then that's why I was like, started asking questions like, what are we doing with my money?
You're paying salaries.
Yeah,
you're decorating offices.
Yeah. Like paying for all those private jet flights that they took.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys mad about that? Hey, I'm gonna need you to resign now. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's and that's just one weird way. I'm not going to do this again, but this is just also another loop back to being an atheist and looking at money. A lot of your money, some of your money, not a lot of your money, pardon me, some of your money actually goes to churches.
Yeah.
Publicly funded and publicly maintained churches. Even religions you don't care about. So
my money goes to people I don't care about too, though.
Yeah, but I mean, but this is part of it. This is part of looking at money, especially being an atheist in a modern America, and going, why am I specifically me, the atheist in the room, paying for a church? Does anybody else see something wrong with that?
Well, that's the same thing with having cable and then not get to pick the channels I want. I mean, I'm being serious. I know it sounds stupid, but I'm paying for a service that's for me, and I'm giving you money for this, but yeah, I have 19 to 22 channels I don't fucking use. Yeah, I mean, honestly, there's like, shopping networks.
I only got like 7 channels. I don't have cable anymore.
I don't have cable either.
I know. But the
only thing I watched was Cartoon Network.
That's obvious.
I'm not even fighting that one. I'm like, yeah.
Hey, I'm just saying, after this fucking serious of an episode that we've had for the last 3 hours, does anybody have any good dick jokes?
I have some ones that could be considered racist. I'm joking.
I don't know where to go with that.
Oh, that's what she said.
Yeah.
There you go. We got it. No, I just... This was dick joke. I can say this was probably one of my favorite episodes.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, honestly, it really was. I mean, it's brought up a lot of discussion. It's brought up a lot of thoughts that I try not to think about on a daily basis because I'm fucking self-centered and egotistic. But I mean, this is a good episode. I really enjoyed this. If you don't, you can suck a dick.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
Q's like in a volunteer mind.
Well, he tapped out after 2 hours.
Yeah, he did. He fucking took his headphones off and just laid back.
He said, "Lord, today,
Lord, today."
I mean, yeah. Lord.
Did you enjoy this?
Hell yeah.
Was it interesting? That's good.
Up a lot of views.
Yeah, he does. He did. He really did. He's going to come back.
Things a little different.
Yeah,
but it's just good to be able to have a discussion, not agree, and then that's the whole point of what freedom of speech is about, and not turn it into a screaming match. I'm gonna burn your house down. I'm gonna run you over with the fucking car.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take credit for mass shootings when I really didn't do them.
Yeah.
I mean, come
I
on.
really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, I hope that we struck some conversations up for you that you can take into work or wherever the hell you're with your loved ones or whatever you can talk about tonight, and just see what each other has to think. Bring up a conversation. Have something to talk about.
You want to get some steak and shake after this? I'll buy.
I would love a fucking milkshake. I haven't had sugar in a month.
We get the Jeep doors off, top off.
I may pass out in the back.
It was awesome because I always go to Steak and Shake on our after Saturday night episodes.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
God, I would love a milkshake. I'd be high as a fucking kite off that sugar, though.
What I'll do is I'll buy you one, drive by, and just throw it at your door.
All right, I'll lick it off.
He licks stuff off worse people and worse things.
Oh, hey, I mean, cum really don't taste that bad.
Oof.
Nothing I've ever tasted, but my wife says it doesn't taste that bad.
Oh my god.
You know,
She's
that's
gonna
like one of the asking. That's like I'm asking for a friend kind of thing. Yeah. Okay, AP, we buy that.
Are you? I tell you,
Q's leaving.
you really learn. I think once you really learn stuff about yourself when you're capable of what, like we were talking about the toes or whatever with the woman, like girls ask you to do stuff, like you'd be willing to do a lot more stuff than you think you'd ever be willing to do.
Oh yeah, if she just said it, she was like, "Eat my ass." I'm like, "It's ass eating season."
You'd be like, really? But I'm a Y person. I'm like, why do you want me to do that?
Yeah.
Like, where did this come from?
It's like, do you have nerve? Will you get off if I eat your ass?
Bend over, baby.
Q's like, I'm eating fucking corn cob out of her ass.
You better clean up and finish.
I'm a slut, man. So I mean, eat my ass, cool. Thought you never asked.
It
Shit.
tickles. It tickles.
I would just punch it, and that way she wouldn't ask me to do it again.
Yeah,
That's my theory to everything. Just punch it.
that's anal fisting.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going
I was
through that.
going to say until it backfires.
Yeah.
She's like, just stick your whole hand in my ass.
Shit on you.
Oh,
And on that note,
all I know,
So,
is my final thought of the night is try to find the video of how this girl makes spaghetti. That's all I'm gonna leave it
no,
at.
don't. You don't want to see anybody shit meatballs out of their ass.
Ugh, man. Alaskan pipe
spoiled
bomb.
it. Just
Well, hey.
spoiler alert. Just,
So
damn.
big, we'll get a big thanks for Deadman for coming in. Once you give out all your social media and stuff, everybody can find you.
Deadman0204. You'll find me everywhere with that. It's like my only.
YouTube. You got a YouTube show?
I do have a terrible YouTube review channel where I talk about movies, and I just started a new format. Trying to, I used to ramble on kind of like I do now. Used to make like 17 and 20-minute videos. So
Go 3 minutes.
Yeah, I'm down to like 8 minutes now. So
Jesus Christ, who the fuck watches an 8-minute video?
well, I mean, you finish in the first 30 seconds.
I do.
So
I absolutely do. I fast forward to the part I want to see, and then I finish.
when the guy takes off the shirt.
That's why I never rented them in hotels because I'd be done after a minute. I'm paying $14.99.
I did that one time.
Oh no! If I'm paying that much, I'm going to finish the whole movie.
Why don't you go and do stuff like you do right now?
Honestly, nobody gives me a platform. I've honestly been trying to talk about atheism in a very different light.
But if you use the proper hashtags, man, you should be able to. I mean, with as opinionated as you are, you should be able to get some fucking followers, man.
But you're opinionated. But I think hopefully what you learned from us today, and I'm not saying you had to learn something from us, but like you went back and forth. That was in a good way.
Yeah, no,
that's what I'm saying. That's why I was happy.
No, he's not like trying to fucking demean everybody who believes in God. I mean, you are
absolutely not.
You're putting out an idea. I mean, you're I think you're going at your platform all wrong.
If you guys are willing to teach me, I am willing to learn, because I've been at YouTube. I've been going at YouTube for about 5-6 years now, and I actually made a whole series of videos making fun of musicians from a producer's point of view with my best friend, and that got some laughs. But I mean, I don't get more than 50 views on it. So if you guys are willing to teach me, I'm willing to learn. I mean,
I thought that was a dating show.
No, man. I told you the camera was never on.
No, I mean, I just feel with the way that you think, and with it seems like as educated as you are in these certain topics, that I feel like, I don't know, there's something that's missing. You should be getting way more than what you're getting with
You should be at least getting a lot more hate.
Yeah, exactly.
I would welcome it.
No, I'm not saying that in a bad way, but you.
No,
could- yeah.
absolutely. I love to get a little hate.
Oh, we get hate all the time.
Yeah, but I mean, if easiest way to check me out is on Twitter, is on YouTube. I'm not very active on Twitter. I try to be, but I mean,
You got Facebook? Like you have a
I
business?
have a personal Facebook,
Yeah,
but
personal.
yeah, and I don't add anybody because I'm like, I don't think you want to see the things I share. But I'm actually considering starting up like a Deadman branded
Yeah.
Facebook, and so yeah, no, it's YouTube is pretty much where the best place to find me.
Yeah. All right.
Where can you find us at AP?
Okay. Well, you can find us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We got an email address. We got some sponsors too. We'll probably run through those about right now, but it's we are
Going for the gold.
Did I say 350? Oh, 318. I thought they said 358. I thought, holy shit. We're 3 hours and fucking 18 minutes into this bitch.
As
But
always,
hey,
they must stay smug. Oh wait,
you can find us on Twitter. We are at Smugcast Show. You can find me on Twitter. It's at the Aaron Powell. You can find BJ. It's at the BJ Robbins.
Huh,
you
sounds
can
similar.
You can find us on. I don't know how I came up with that. It just hit me one day. I decided to go with it. But you can find us on Facebook, facebook.com/Smugcast. You can find us on Instagram. And if you want to go the long way, it's at www.instagram.com/Smugcast_. But you can just search at Smugcast_ on Instagram. Or you can send us an email. It's smugcastshow@gmail.com. Other than that, I think that's it. We never did talk about the other network. We're not going to do it today. We're fucking 3 hours and
What
20 minutes
network?
into this bitch. The Smugcast Network.
oh okay.
Yeah, fuck those guys. But anyways, big shout out to 812 Farms. Don't forget, you can come to us this weekend, coming up on the 21st.
Hell yeah.
We will be at the Hop Farm party down there. Me and BJ are going to MC that bitch. They just don't know it yet.
We'll be signing autographs and taking pictures and kissing babies.
We will. We're actually going to do a podcast from there.
That's
so,
right.
Come down, hop on, say, hey, I heard you on your fucking podcast, and you can get on that bitch. We don't care. So be sure to come to that. Also, big shout out to Ranger Nutrition. Don't forget, you can go to their website. Use promo code SMUGCAST, and you're going to get 15% off your order. Also, My Easy Company. You can go to their website, myeasycode.com. Use promo code SMUGCAST, and you're going to get 10% off your order. Also, they're going to give us 10% to donate to a charity of our choice. So, but be sure to check out their website. They got some shit coming out. That's pretty cool. Q just left the room, coughing his fucking ass off. Also, big shout out to Repo Records. They help us out with the audio each and every fucking week. But that's Repo Records, taking the music back. And this week, we are going out to a song that was brought to us by the Deadman. You call it out. Call it out.
This is In Hell I'll Be in Good Company by the Dead South.
You heard it. So until next week, kids,
Stay
smug.
Redhead, mess bed, tear shed, queen bee miss squeeze. The stage smells, tells, hells, bells, misspells, knocks me on my knees. It didn't hurt, flirt, blood, squirt, stuff, shirt like me on a tree. After I count down 3 rounds in hell, I'll be in good company.